Okay, today we got 100 line defense ahead of us. Woo, different game than Star Rail. Alright, I always have to remember it's that funny little symbol. And I guess they're gonna come out with new content for this game, so soonish. Alright.
I've got this.
I don't remember where we are. We're in the other slasher one, I believe. Like, it's a murder mystery. Alright.
That's it. Here we go. There. Got it. Time for me to move. This hurts. Good to go. I'm good to go. Ha! Such a beautiful death.
Great thing.
Say when.
This is what I wanted to. Because my guy's gonna be out of commission for a little while.
Last strike.
Yep. Here we go.
Take care
Kaboom.
of the rest.
We really don't have a whole lot.
Let's get to the killing. Stinks, doesn't it? I'm good to go. This may hurt. I can't wait. Let's get to the killing. I'm good to go. Time for me to move. Here it comes.
Oh wow, they all came. I
can't wait.
I thought I would have like a little less problems.
How about this? Time for me to move.
They are in a really bad area.
I'm good to go. Got you covered. Let's go. Good to go. Let's do this. Yeah! Got it. I can't wait. I've got this. Time for me to move. Let's do this. Not gonna cut it. Good to go.
Oops.
There. Here we go. That's it.
There we go. Oh, I got an S for that. Interesting. Fighting is tiring, blah blah blah. Go. Okay, good. Perspiring. How long? And what's your secret? Interesting. Mundane work. Tall strength. Okay, so basically. Go. That's all work, misgivings, okay. Interesting. Is he going to be the slasher in this one? He pretended to be the last one. If there's no slasher like me, for example, then wouldn't he maybe be the next one? Okay, interesting. Yep. Are you okay? Do you need a back rub? Okay. With a party animal. Interesting. Okay, that's interesting. Oops, my mouse is over there. Interesting. Consuming all those abandoned. Alright. Hey Ryan, how are you? Okay, rapid body, right lightened. All kinds of words. You look okay. It's confident fader. Ding dong. Blah blah. We've heard this more than 100 times now. Alright. We did have the festival with Boots, but I don't believe that was during the first 100 days. He's getting his memories all mixed up. Good, I was just about to kick the door down. What you doing here, or rather, are you sure you want to be seen here? I'm Jinx, nothing good will come out. Well, aren't you one in self-pity? I'm out of favor with everyone else. Including you, right? You think so? Yeah, I do. You didn't want to team up with me like all the others. I went through a heck and back after you left me in the lurch. Those invaders chased after me, surrounded me, and I had no way out. They almost killed me. That wouldn't have happened if you hadn't turned me down. If it wasn't Hyoko's fault, though, I knew it in my head, but my heart refused to stop the angry words from spilling out of my mouth. Chris said nothing in response to my irritational accusation at first. You're right, I could have handled that better yesterday. You were always crushed by everyone's unkind words and deeds. I should have been more considerate. Here's a token of reconciliation from me to you. She took out a box she's been holding under her arm and handed it to me. Token, open it. I think you're like what you see. Took out the box and lifted the cover. Inside it was... What? It was a dead body of a gigantic bee. Isn't this one of the sponsor bees? You killed it. I did. I took advantage of the chaos after Kira was killed to secure one. As a research sample. What sort of research? You can't be this stupid. Research that will help us kill the sponsor and put an end to this travesty of a game. I was dumbfounded. The sponsor's invincible. We can't kill them the way we are right now. We can, as long as we find a way to deal with the other two weapons they want. Two weapons. The bee is the first. That's right, I forgot all about the bees. That's why she killed one. She figured out how to kill the bees. Fantastic. Okay, so the bees we found out. Okay. And this other is the suit that they're wearing. Okay, so we figured out the bees. Kind of. She's figured out the bees, but she hasn't told us yet. I believe that suit is the source of the... She was right to say the suit cleanly attached powers to it. How confident. My research of the suit is really, however, I'm too deeply involved in the research of the suit to spill anything else. I've got nothing to do yet. The bee that identifies sponsors it. And you'll bring me on board to deal with the lack of manpower. Something like that. So you're willing to join me in my quest to bring down the sponsor? If that was truly possible, I would be more than happy to give her as much help as she needed. But there were some things that were bothering me. If you wanted my help, why did you turn me down yesterday when I asked to team up with you? Then you wouldn't have had to come over again today to do this. Where are your brains? Try to remember what my exact words were. I will not be teaming up with you for this game. Surely you understood the implication that I would not be teaming up with you outside of this game instead. Oh, sorry, I guess I couldn't see past that big bush you were beating around. You've been nothing but dismissive of me so far. When I was alienated, you didn't try to take my side. Just so we're clear, this doesn't mean I trust you or anything. Yes, I do think I could have handled that better, but can you blame me? I was still trying to figure out if I could trust the person you are right now. The person I am right now. It sounded like there was a deeper meaning to her statement, but I decided this wasn't the time to pursue it. Yeah, because of the different timelines. We understand. This is a 999 scenario. If you ever played those, man, I can't... Not the Great Escape games, the 999 games, okay? If you ever played those, this is everything she's hinting at. I should play those on this channel, though. The problem is I've already played them, and I haven't played them for a couple years, though, so I don't remember everything, but I remember most everything still because of my memory. So that's the problem with me playing the 999 games. You killed Edo on the night day. But people like Ryan has never seen the end of those games. So maybe I play them on this channel for funsies. A would-be trader who had yet to do anything out of line. Yep. That created some doubts in me. I had to wonder if the Takumi I'm seeing right now is the Takumi I know. That is why I've been assessing you from the slight distance. You remember, I didn't kill him at first till the game forced me to kill him to open more timelines. The timeline that I don't kill him is the timeline I can't go through till I get more endings. Like, the game literally forced me not to go down that timeline, which I think is the in-game timeline. And I guessed it right away, guys. I guessed it right away. To see whether you, the person right now, can be trusted. starting to come with, to me, second last Defense Academy when I went there. She wanted to use the opportunity to assert my humanity. We can chat later, let's be on our way. I couldn't find a definite answer to my question until that day when the game sponsor appeared and fatally wounded Kura. You were the first to attack that unknown enemy in order to save her with no care about what might happen to yourself. You were like a ray of light back then, and that's when I was convinced.
You are the same kind-hearted Takumi Sumino, with the most disheveled and generic mug, who always puts his friends above himself.
There we go, we're Makoto Naegi now. Threatened, think there was someone, a Grim Reaper. There, I said it. Now, are you willing to work with me to bring down the sponsor? I'm not taking no for an answer. You know, I want nothing more than to do that, but I'm already in a team with Yugimi. What should we do about him? He's welcome to join us. He has knowledge in biology, will be very helpful in analyzing the body of that bee. He may not want to go against the sponsor, though. When it comes to killing someone, he tends to err on the side of discretion and deliberation. That's where your leadership abilities come into play. Leader what? You just been appointed a leader of the Anti-Sponsor Alliance. Hang on a minute, shouldn't you be the one who suggested the partnership in the first place be responsible for taking the lead in? You know I'm not the leader type. Barking orders is just not my kind of thing. Excuse me, you expect me to believe you after all the tyranny you displayed in the previous 100 days? She did! She took over leadership in the first 100 days and then died on day 17, remember? It's funny, I played day 17 more than a year ago, right? Whenever this game came out, right? Day 17 was pretty early on, and I remember her death being, she was killed by Edo. But, I remember it very clearly, and she took lead over the whole school back then. But I'll leave the convincing to you later. And by the way, she probably wouldn't know anything about the first 100 days, but look, she's not phased, and we know that she has worn that suit in the past, and Takumi has worn that suit in the past. So we know by experience that she hops from the 100 days to maybe not in the same way Takumi does, but she hops between multiple timelines as well. In fact, these are the only two characters that we know of that does this, and of course there's that secret with Nozomi that we don't know either. So these are the three most interesting characters in the game just by that notion. The Anti-Sponsor Alliance will turn this situation around. This is actually a pretty cool part of the game, I'm not gonna lie. Sounded impossible. Maybe the other sponsor. Maybe we could be friends again. Sure, I'll save the progress. We're saved from when we... Oh man. I can't believe I'm gonna do all 100 endings. Scary, but I have to see what the end of the game looks like, and I guess they're gonna have more. If you guys haven't seen it, I was gonna react to it, and I haven't reacted to it yet. But if you haven't know, Weeby did a whole interview with the people that made the 999 games and Danganronpa. Kodaka is the guy who made the Danganronpa games, and they have a lot of investment in this game continuing. I don't think that's the right move, in my opinion. This game's okay. I don't think it's great. I'll see what it is at the end. But I would like another Danganronpa game. I would like him to work with Chunsoft to make that happen. But they went with the route of remaking Game 2 of Danganronpa, which is what most people's favorite game is. My favorite game is 1, of course, and 2 is a very close second. I think they dropped the ball with 3, although 3 is still a very good game, but they did drop the ball with that one. Yeah, DLC, I don't think V3 is as good as the other two, but I do like V3, and I'm planning to replay all 3 games just to see if my preferences have changed. I've already started on 1, as we all know. But the problem is I have such a great memory that I remember all the trials, and that's a problem. But I should play it for the channel. I should finish those. I don't care about V3 as much as the other Danganronpa games. I do like it though. When I used to talk to James about this, I rated Danganronpa 1 a 10 out of 10. I rated Goodbye Despair a 9.8 out of 10. And I rated V3 an 8.5. 8.5 is still a good score, but it is very different than the other 2 games, as you can see. It's risky gamble, the same amount of risk. We may end up in last place during the second, but what about the third, fourth, and so on? We'll be completely worn out by then. Would we be able to drive away any commanders who chose to launch an attack during that time? Either way, our strength is slowly sapped away. Exactly, none of the others have noticed yet, but we're standing at the crossroads of destiny now. Either we break free of the situation, either by defeating the sponsor, or get slowly turned to death as the game drags on. So you can imagine how grateful I am to Hiroko for taking the lead in this revolting against the status quo. The thing is, his expression darkened. I have one major concern. So it looks like he's on board for the most part, but not all the way. Okay. What's that? Hiroko's current teammate is Droma. She's made no secret of how much she loves killing games. Hard to believe she's be sympathetic to our guests to put an end to this game, you know what I mean? I'm sure Hiko will find a clever way to hide it from her or something. She said as much last night. But what about Droma think about this point? Killing the sponsor to end the game, she may get killing it. I'm keeping it a secret from her. She's merely an in-game partner, that's all. I never going to let her join the anti-sponsor alliance. Incomprehensible. Why even bother teaming up with her in the first place? I'm sure she has her reasons that she won't reveal even if we pressed. Oh yes, Femme Fatale. Thy name is Hiroko, not that I approve of allies keeping secret from each other. You speak for yourself. Point taken, we'll put Jeremy on the back burner for now. So what exactly are we expected to do? Good question. Our top priority is to earn as many points as possible. The plan immediately falls apart if anyone on the alliance gets executed in the first round. Stay in the rank that safeguards you from the outcome. Understood, safety first. Basically focus on the hunt in the morning and anti-sponsor alliance activities in the afternoon. Your role in the alliance is... I went to the anatomy and abilities of this to be analyzed. This will primarily be Yugami's job since he's good discretion. Good, you mean fabulous? I'm dying to get my hands on those B. Alright, give me a second, guys. I'll be back in like 30 seconds. Alright. By the way, what's your role? Takumi, I want you to investigate the identity of the sponsor, focus on whether they're an invader or not. How exactly am I going to do that? Look up the books in the library or something?
Oh,
Horses for courses and all that jazz. What's horses for courses? That's interesting. Horses for courses and all that jazz, right? Best person to ask about invaders would be an invader herself. So Eva. Oh, I get it. Yeah, Hyuko passed me the key to the cage in the courtyard. She said she'll leave the interrogation to me. You think she'll be cooperative? She's a former commander we captured and imprisoned. I doubt she'll betray her companions so easily. I know, let me tag along. I'm quite the killer torturer if I do say so myself, Slip. No, you stay far, far away from her and wipe that drool off your face. It wasn't easy for me to build some semblance of a friendly relationship with Eva, and I wasn't about to let this lunatic flush that down the proverbial turn. Acknowledge, I'll follow Hyuko's general instructions as instructed. That means going out there to earn the invader points right now. You ready, Takumi?
Yeah!
Ready when you are. We took up. Okay. So who could control bees? No, that sponsor isn't one of us. When I asked Eva about the sponsor's identity, she flatly rejected the possibility of them being an invader. Absolutely impossible. I can stake my life on it. You must have solid proof to be sure. The proof is in the strangeness of their abilities. If they were truly one of our ilk, they wouldn't be using blood-sucking bees to fight. What do you mean bees are taboo in your religion or something? Not the bee, the blood-sucking. The absorption of divine blood is strictly prohibited in our commandments. Divine blood meaning the cryptologan running in our veins. By the way, cryptologan is like a different word for another thing. If did you know animals' blood, if it goes outside of the body for like longer than 30 minutes to an hour or something, I forget what the time frame is, it turns into something called geoglobin. And it's not actually blood anymore. It turns into like a different substance altogether. And this is what cryptoglobin is like made of. It's not, so it used to be blood and it's not blood anymore. That's but it's still red, just like blood. So when you open a hamburger or a turkey meat and it's that red sauce that comes out and you assume it's blood, it's not actually blood, and it's not blood on your steak either. It's geoglobin or whatever they call it, and it's a different substance than blood now. That's why when an animal has like HIV or something, that it's it doesn't affect humans because their blood is very different than humans. Now there are some diseases that are transferable over, but again, it's not from the animal's blood if it's from a cut or something. Cryptoglobin during... I learned that like a month ago, that animal's blood turns into like a totally different substance after a while. Why would they organize a game to hunt down their own kind? Yeah, good point. It didn't make themselves. Hey, my person on Kick. Thank you for the emoji. Appreciate it. I'm newer to Kick, so I haven't memorized all the emojis yet. So it says Catfall on my screen. Alright, let's see. Although I'm starting to like Kick better. Kick has a weird, I I have to update it in order to see all the things, but with this new add-on I have for like having conversations go up on my screen, I don't have to miss any Kick conversations. Kick is the hardest platform as far as like just making sure it stays updated because I have so many stuff on my second screen. If the sponsor was neither Special Defense Unit or School Invader, did that mean they were an unknown third party? By the way, Tsukumi, if you don't mind me asking, you suddenly changed subjects. Remember that favor I asked for the other day? Did you bring it for me? Oh, yeah, her helmet. I forgot all about it. Bring what? You know, my mask. You promised to return it. Yep. Right, she did ask me for her ass a while back. I call her helmet because it's literally a helmet, not a mask, but that's okay. By the way, Ava is really cool. I like her design in this game. I liked her ever since we first found her and we couldn't like understand what she was saying, and now we can totally understand what she's saying. She's cool. I like her. Please return my mask.
Huh?
By the way, does anyone think this is a remix song from Danganronpa? It sounds so like this lobby music we're listening to sounds like a song from Danganronpa. I don't remember for sure. It's been a long time since I cracked open a Danganronpa game, but it feels like it's a Danganronpa song. My opinion. The mask, as much as I like to give it back to her right now. Sorry, Ava, I'm going to have to go back on that promise. You have to bury your face for a little while longer. Why are you being so mean to me? She grabbed a hold of the cage bars as she posted, tears wailing in her eyes. Exposing our plain faces embarrassing as walking around outside without clothing. Do you enjoy humiliating this much? This is personal abuse. She's totally changed. I actually did not predict this side of her. We've never seen her like this. Wait, calm down. I'm not trying to be mean, but it's just the timing is not right. What do you mean the timing's not right? The mask is a symbol of your identity as a commander, right? Wearing it will make everyone realize that you're also a target of the invader hunt. As a commander, Ava was the most likely one of the targets of this game. Her death would likely result in a lot of points. If anyone realized that, she's bound to be murdered sooner or later.
Hey!
I can't give you your mask back in order to keep you safe, that's all. I can protect myself. I'm not known as a hero among my people for nothing. But you can't use any of your powers when you're inside this prison. You'll be like a sitting duck. But, look, you have to just accept it. I'm not about to sit around and watch you get killed. You're not getting your mask back no matter what. If it looked entirely unconvinced and it seemed like she was about to protest again, but this is awful. She sighed deeply and it sounded resignation to me. Hey, cheer up. Once the game is over, you can have your mask back, okay? A maskless life isn't a bad once in a while. You see no risk of heat damage to your face. Wow, she is pissed. I'm very sorry. She ignored my encouragement and apologies in favor of glaring at me through half-lidded eyes.
You're so useless. Can't even fetch a simple mask for me?
I thought I've been imagining things. Wow. Wowzers. Did she just whisper something really out of character for her? Ava, sorry, can you repeat that again? Did I hear you calling me useless? Do you have a problem with me speaking the truth now? I can only go on, you know. By the way, Ryan, I hope you're appreciative. I'm reading specially for you today.
Takumi's a gibbering idiot, the enemy of all maidenkind, downright pervert. I'll sue you for prisoner abuse one day.
I'll sue you? Like, there's suing in this word? Like, where did she learn that? Oh, okay, but you know, it's really funny because her voice actress does a great job. And we never get to hear it because most of the lines are not voiced. And it's very unfortunate. I feel like this game would be greatly improved from voice acting. I know they don't have the money to do it, but I feel like, unlike the Danganronpa games, this game needed voice acting. Ava had done a complete about-face. What could have transformed that sweet, docile lady from just now into a sharp-tongued witch? Also, I would probably, if I was Chunsoft, in order to make people want to play Danganronpa again, I would definitely hire some voice actors and actresses and have them voice Danganronpa, and even the old fans would pay for that. I'm guessing these are your true colors. I'm done playing nice. I know I won't be getting anything out of you. This is the pits of the pits. After all that hard work, I didn't even get to see a glimpse of my mask. Why don't you just give it back already? The shock of not being able to get her mask back made Ava burst into tears. She'd been putting on the act all this time. I was astonished by the fact and annoyed by her hurtful accusations, but what am I supposed to do now? I couldn't master up the courage, the anger to chide her as she wept sadly. She was likely mentally strained from the stress of being held in the middle of the enemy stronghold. No wonder everyone hates me. I quietly left the courtyard as not to agitate Ava any further. Now, Ryan, I know you didn't say the Lord's name in vain. Just be very careful of what you say, okay?
Heavy soldiers. You never know. Well then.
By right now, okay. The Alliance meeting shall now begin. We take our turns to share our findings of the day with each other. It'd been decided that the anti-sponsor Alliance would be holding nightly meetings in my room to exchange information starting from tonight. You start first, Takumi. Learned anything new about the identity of the sponsor? Yes, according to Ava told me. I shared the results of my investigation with everyone about how the bee could not have been a weapon of an invader. The blood sucking was taboo to the invaders, so the sponsor couldn't have been one since they suck Kura's blood. In conclusion, it's quite likely the sponsor is an unknown third party unrelated to us or the school of invaders. You know, that is true and not. The ultimate bad commander sucks out the other commander's blood when they lose in order to fight us. She absorbs their power. I don't remember if she sucks out their blood, but she absorbs their power, which is in their blood, so somehow she gets it. That's all for me. We're already having enough trouble with the invaders, and now there's a third party. This is highly displeasing. Be that as it may, I must commend you for a job well done. That was remarkable work for a person of your intelligence. Thanks, but can I get something other than a backhanded compliment once in a while? I'll work on it if I feel like it. So that's a no. Allow me to go next. After dismembering the dead bee and investigating its anatomy, I made several discoveries. First of all, the bee was modeled after the type of parasitic wasp, a horrible species that parasites the body, plasterizes the bodies of butterfly larvae and feeds off their innards. Basically, that bee was simply a scaled-up version of the parasitic wasp. There's just one major difference between the bee and the actual parasitic wasp. Bees and hornets usually use their stingers to inject poison into the enemy's body. This giant bee, however, uses it to suck stuff out. Like a blood collecting device of sorts, it works more like a mosquito stinger. We all saw the bee used to suck the blood out of her. Yes, and she was drained in a few seconds, a testament to the strength of its suction. But it does bring another question. The body of the bee had nowhere to store the blood it sucks. So where did Kira's blood disappear to? Maybe it was warped to another place instantly? It's likely that's what's happening. How would they even come to that conclusion, ever? Like, how would that be your, like, First conclusion, that's what's happening, everybody. In other words, the sponsor is using the bees to consume Cryptogogan. Well, we knew that. Just a hypothesis. That's on my friend's blood beans. And that's all I've got. Let's hear what Hyuko has to say now. Any progress on that suit the sponsor's wearing? Yes, I venture to say there's been some major progress, much more than I initially expected. Okay, that's better, Ryan. I like that. I like that. Okay, I may be able to get my hands on a spare suit worn by the sponsor in the very near future. There's a spare suit. Yes, and I've almost pinpointed its location. All that's left is to refine the coordinates. Hyuko previously said the sponsor's invincibility came from that suit. If we could secure something similar, wouldn't that make us invincible as well? Where is the spare? We can look at it. We can look for it together. No, that won't work. I'll search for it myself. Why 3 sets of eyes are faster than 1, right? Because I'm the only one who can find that place. Something terrible beyond all imagination may happen. Someone other than me discovered it. Alright. I do need to take some pauses if I'm going to keep reading, though. I get tired. Ooh. There is a lot of text boxes in this place. So don't even try to understand. Okay, I'll respect your wishes even if I don't understand them. It's for the best. Moving on, what's the plan for tomorrow and beyond? I need you two to continue your research. We're having a dire lack of good information right now. Don't forget to keep earning points in the game as well. Stay in 6th playthrough or higher. Also avoid situations that may end up with you dying to meal minions. As usual, we're going with safety first. If you accidentally die, I'll bring you back to life and kill you myself, Takumi. Why only me? Because if anyone will screw up, it's you. I'll be fine. Yugumi's with me, and I'm not that bad of a fighter myself. You're the strongest player I got, actually. You should be watching out for yourself. You were the first to die last time. Please, are you talking to me? I'm much stronger than the Hyuko you knew. Drumi and I can take out a commander or 2 by ourselves. Drumi, Hyuko, I just don't get it. Why would you team up with Drumi of all people? I'll be brutally honest. The fact that your team doesn't sit right with me. She loves killing games. I can't imagine she won't at least try to sabotage our work if she ever finds out about it. Rest assured that she'll never find out. She's just my in-game partner, nothing more, nothing less. I'm talking about the what-ifs right now. You can't guarantee that it won't happen. You really ought to dissolve your partnership with her. No, I'm not letting her out of my sight. She has an important role to play as well. Interesting. She's basically the Junko of this game. Hey, we have someone, I'm not sure what that means, but let me go ahead and Google, and we will find out what that means. Give me a second, guys. Oh, it's a good time, good moment. Thank you so much. Good stuff. Alright, thank you. Alright. Which is, I can't tell you. Why not? Shouldn't allies share as much information with each other as possible? Sure. Yukimi continued to question Hiroko about her reason for teaming up with Drumi, but she kept quiet throughout. The alliance meeting ended on a slightly sour note because of that. I haven't seen Borja in a while. I'm playing his game. It had been 4 days since the game started, and I got nothing used to fighting outside the academy. I would wander around town quietly in search of invaders, strike down using the little energy as possible. It's just work. Attach. Nice, seems like I'm in pretty good form today. I doubted I would end up in last place in the first round if I kept this up. But ensuring my survival alone wasn't enough to put me at ease. The ultimate goal of the anti-sponsor alliance was put to put an end of this game by killing the sponsor. But what was the sponsor hoping to achieve by making us do this? I couldn't get that one thought out of my mind as I cut down the invader after another. In a way, the sponsor and Siri were similar. Both were trying to make us fight against invaders. Ooh, that's ominous about Siri. Except Siri never ordered us to fight outside the academy. He always insisted we fought on the academy grounds. On the other hand, the rules laid down by the sponsor basically forbade us from doing so. They were designed to make us fight outside. Why was the sponsor determined to make us fight out here? Did they not want us using the revival-matic? Dying outside meant dead bodies couldn't be revived. Was that the sponsor's objective, to ensure that everyone who died outside would stay dead? Hey Takumi, when did your hands go on vacation? I was jolted back to reality by Yugumi's teasing. Just thinking about something. It's dangerous to think and kill at the same time. There is a fine line between familiarity and carelessness. Keep your mind on the hunt for now. Don't forget that Hiroko warned you last night about getting killed. You're right, sorry about that. I refocused my mind on the task ahead. With my sword in hand and my mind clear, I resumed the work of hunting down invaders. Yugumi and I spent the better part of the morning killing together. Alright, I will return in a few minutes. Give me a second, guys. Hello everyone, I will be back soon. But I'm gonna need a few minutes. There was some IT stuff that I need to help someone with, so I will be back as soon as possible. Alright, so fare thee well. I will be right back. Stay tuned. I'm sorry, guys, for the heavy weight. I saved the day. I cleaned up some computer issues that my mom had. So, I'm sorry you guys had to wait. I deeply apologize for that. But thank you so much for waiting, guys. I appreciate it. We returned to the academy a little past noon and immediately made our way to the leisure land.
I'm in 4th place, and Yugamu's in 6th.
What's Nozomi? Nozomi can't actually be high. Is she like I can't even see her. Kiro, Sika, Ima, Kako. Kako's ahead of Ima. Interesting. That's probably Ima helping her out. Okay, Nozomi's right there. She's in 8th. Our position skipped the first day, so since it was already, it's unlikely we would tumble to the way to the bottom.
Shoma's currently in last place.
Of course, Shoma is. He doesn't fight, he only blocks. Actually, that's not true. If the invaders attack him, he actually beats them just by sitting in a ball. But we're not supposed to be in teams anyway, so it's whoever is on his team is probably killing them before they attack him. So, not doing him any favors. Speaking of leaderboards positions.
Tsubasa's is surprisingly high.
She does drive the car. She was clearly hiding her teammates, holding her teammates back yesterday. You don't have to mind me. Go on and get more points for yourselves. Tsubasa, you promise not to say that anymore. Looking out for one another's teammates. No wrestler worth their salt abandons their tag partners to get ahead in the match. She's likely benefiting from the point sharing system. What points sharing system? What, you haven't noticed? There's ways to earn points in this game without killing any invaders. Yugumi out a notepad and started drawing some sort of diagram on it. Let's say, for example, a 10-point enemy appears in front of you. You kill that enemy by yourself, you gain a whole 10 points.
Oh.
But if I help you in the right, I gain a percentage of those 10 points. Could it be a 50-50 or an 80-20 split, depending on the situation? And all hinges on how much each person contributed to the fight. Simply joining the fight earns at least 10 points. Tsubasa's human is very versatile, and so I'm sure she's earning points by supporting the others. So every member of the team gets some credit as long as they work together in like spots. A strange but fitting comparison. Weaker players earn points by focusing efforts and supporting others. Stronger players gain supports by offering to share points those who do. This game may not be about pure combat prowess, but how well you work together. We're being tested on our teamwork in a killing game. A killing game usually pits participants against each other. By the way, we're not being tested by our teamwork. We weren't put into teams. We decided to be in teams. Okay. Maybe the guy running this anticipated we would be in teams. That's probably what is going on. Killing game usually participants each other, but the rules for this one clearly lent itself to fostering teamwork. Had this been implemented to adjust the difficulty of the game to our level, or did the sponsor? I returned to the room to squash the indescribable wave of nausea threatening to bowl me over. What should I do this afternoon? I was in my room trying to figure out what to do in the time I had before the night. My role in the anti-sponsor alliance was to find out the identity of the sponsor, but it's not that easy as it sounds. I thought the door was gonna knock instantly when we said that. I felt like I needed clearer direction, like where was I supposed to? If only I had a hint of sorts to help my mind get the ball rolling. I suppose I'll just have to ask around. Oops, I did not mean to do that. Asking around, yes, that's what I'll be doing today. The others would surely be shocked to see the most unpopular guy in school right now approaching them out of the blue. I watched Classroom of the Elite all day, and I've seen it before. Classroom of the Elite is one of the most rewatchable anime of all time, in my opinion. The first season's a little bit of a slog, but the second and third season are off fire, right? So I've been watching Classroom of the Elite all day, and I'm totally in the school vibe, which made me want to play this game tonight. So, and then he just said, the most unpopular student. And I'll probably be watching Classroom of the Elite after I play this game tonight, too, because I love rewatching that series. And the season 4 comes out in April, so. But I can't hole up in my room all day without at least trying something. It's still me myself before dashing out of the room. So I'm dashing out of the room now. Okay. So what am I supposed to be doing? Talk to everyone. Okay. And there's 5 or 8 talks. It looks like. Okay, so Tsubasa is over here. Hello. Tsubasa Lordo. I'm sorry for abandoning you the other day. Did everyone turn out alright after that? Yeah, I managed to walk away with my life somehow. Yugami and I are a team now. I'm just glad you're safe. I don't want to see any more of my friends dying. Though that means Shoma's in trouble for the first round, huh? Why, he's not taking part in the game at all. Takumi's been pulling out all the stops to invite him, but he refuses to even leave his room. I see Shoma is probably going to be the first to die if things continue like this, but we could save him if we took down the sponsor before that happened. Tsubasa, do you happen to know anything about the sponsor? I'm trying to find out their true identity. That's a question I'd like to answer myself. Why did you show up and make us take part in the killing game? Why did they show up? None of it makes sense. Why did they show up, not you? I was all like, wait, that's an accusation, but it turned out not to be. Alright, I think tab is my map. I play so many games now that it's really hard to find, remember all the controls. This is a bliss. This is bliss. Okay. Who just shouted? I won't do this. It is I, Droomy, and I'm shouting because this happens to... This is the happiest I've ever been. Okay. Killing game, check. Mistress Huko's lapdog, check. Killing and killing and killing every day and night, check, check, check. I'm Mistress Huko's lawyer lapdog in a killing game. What else does a person need to be happy in life? Just thinking about how I'm going to wring the innards out of those invaders tomorrow releases so many endorphins into my brain, I may just pass out from sheer pleasure. Druma was enjoying the current situation with every fiber of her being. I still couldn't understand why Huko would team up with someone like that. Okay. I have lost control. Give me a second, guys. My mouse keeps on going to the second screen in this game. Okay, I think I have... Yes. I am back into control, maybe? Okay. We need to go here. Oh, I have to talk to Ava too. Interesting. Ava was in her cell, looking as dejected as I left her. She was clearly still aghast at not being able to get her mask back. Okay, so that was... Good talk. Good talk. Yay, Nozomi, best scorer. Oh, okay. She's fine. I like her more than I used to, but Nozomi is best scorer. I will never forgive you for sending Lady Kira to just be gone, Grim Reaper, and give Lady Kuro back to me. Calm down, Kirsi. I'm sorry, Takumi, but Kirki's still very angry about what happened, so... I knew I wasn't popular, but actually having such vitriol spewed directly in my face, a sobering experience. Okay. I hope this game has a happy story. It should. The 999 games had a happy story, and Danganronpa, for the most part, has had a happy story. So, I don't assume this will end badly, but we will see. And since there's DLC, I can assume Takumi lives, but we'll see. I assume most, if not all, are gonna live, actually. Can I have a minute? In the 999 games, everyone lived. That was the main good guys, and everyone here is a good guy. Danganronpa had some baddies, even, like Celeste was a baddie, for example. So, I'm gathering information about the sponsor right now. And by the way, they actually know she wasn't, because Celeste changed during her time at Hope Speaks. Everyone did, right? When Junko erased her memories, they reverted back to their old selves. Sorry, man. I ain't got nothing to say. I just don't think the death in this game is gonna, like, a character's gonna stay dead, except for maybe Edo or something. But I don't know. Bad luck these days. Everything you touch turns to ashes. Bad luck just being a school jinx. But that's not 100% like... I can't say that with certainty. I have no idea what this game's gonna turn out to be. Alright, I'm just going from past things, because I played every single Danganronpa game. I played every single 999 game. And I also played the Master Archives, or Archive game, so... And yeah, Shin Megami is not dead. No one died in that game. No one in the main cast, anyway. Not even the bad guy. Alright. You know what? I should map this out. I really don't want to talk to her. Is she the last one? She's the last one. I really hate this character in this game. She has to be the most lazy character. In the first 100 days though, she was one of the first to like bow out. Her and her Pikachu cheeks. Oh my, you're investigating that too. Huh? Okay. You bet I even tried to film a day in the life documentary of the sponsor some time ago. I've learned to like every other character in this game to some degree besides this character. This character right here, no matter how much screen time she has, the more I dislike her when I am forced to interact with her. First, I made the camera with the Gift-O-Matic, then that way, even they ever revealed their face during that time, we catch it on film, right? And did you? Oh, I wish they cleaned to the spacesuit like it was a championship belt itself. How is this possible to carry out any short daily routine on this? What about food? Oh, the sponsor doesn't eat. Yeah, I never saw them eat or sleep once. They just kept buzzing out orders to the OB underlings day in and day out. The sponsor can stay active 24 hours without any food or sleep. It sounds unbelievable to me, but Maker wasn't the type to tell tales. We're dealing with a real main event headliner here. Better be ready for the Royal Rumble if you're trying to unveil their real identity. Okay, I've collected quite a bit of information. I've learned a lot and was glad I mustered up the courage to talk to everyone. After putting the information down in the Oracle, I prepared for a nightly meeting.
Hetty. You never know when the... Well then.
For the Anti-Sponsor Alliance, the bedtime announcement was now the call to action instead of a reminder to rest. It's time for us to gather and report on the day's findings. So now we know it's highly possible the sponsor doesn't eat or sleep. And still manages to be so powerful. They should just quit sponsoring killing games and go make the killing in the business world instead. Who wouldn't be impressed by a corporate soldier who can work all day and night? This is neither the time nor place to be joking around. It's really funny because I'm going to be starting my job in like... What day is it? It's Friday. In like 9 days, alright? So, yeah, around that. 8 days if you include today being over. But yeah. It's precisely the time and place to be funny. Morbid humor is the best way to deal with morbid situations. That's just how strong the enemy we're up against is, right, Hiroko? This sponsor person is an enigma. Stays active for 24 hours without any sort of nutritional replenishment. Are we dealing with a robot? We can't rule out that possibility considering what we know about their identity. Jesus. Be that as it may, I must commend you for a job well done. That was a remarkable work for a person of your intelligence. Again, the backhanded compliment, guys. Like, seriously, with this chick, guys. Alright. Was that a joke? It must be. Your entire existence is one. Oh, ow! Okay. Well, aren't you something yourself? Wowzers. Allow me to share my additional findings on the bee's anatomy next. I got down to business today by dismembering the bee to its smallest parts. Some interesting truths were uncovered as a result. Despite the tough and grandiose appearance, it doesn't quite have the hardness to match. The joints snap out of place even if you even look at them wrong, and the stinger comes off without much effort. It's as fragile as life itself. Give me a second, guys. I won't put it on the other screen. I just want to take off my shoes. That's better. It's been a long day. All right. Mostly watching anime, but I watched a lot of episodes today. I think I've watched like 14 episodes, and then I'll watch a few more after this. All right. Let me get my mouse back to the... Their bodies were likely enhanced by something supernatural, means they were still alive. Supernatural, in other words, pneumonia. That's not how you say it. I forget how you pronounce it. The ability to move around without needing to eat or rest. Again, I forget enhanced bees. They said it in the game in the past. I just don't remember how they pronounce it. The more we try to pry into the sponsor's business, the more of their uncanny strengths we seem to discover. But none of this proved to sponsor themselves was possible to defeat. Yeah, that's the kind of blood or whatever that's like turning us into our powerful selves. Cryptogo again, but also whatever that H word is. If we could just find a way to get them out of that invincibility suit. Last but not least, let's hear what Hiroko has to tell us. Did you find that spare suit you talked about? Yes, I pinpointed the location yesterday. If all goes well, I should be able to get my hands on the suit by tomorrow. Really? I honestly wasn't expecting to find it so soon either. Once we actually have it, uncovering a weakness or two should be trivial. Unfortunately for the sponsor, their invader hunt is about to draw to a premature close. At an end to this abominable invader hunt seemed like a dream, but Hilko seemed confident that the odds were in our favor. Anything we can do to help you secure the spacesuit? Quite a lot, in fact. I venture to say I couldn't possibly recover the suit without your help. The suit is located somewhere in the south of this campus. Actually, getting the suit is going to be the easy part. The thing is, if the bees flying around find out what we're doing, all our efforts will go down the drain. Because then the sponsor would realize what we're up to. That's why we're going to need a little bit of creative prep work to hoodwink these roaming bees. With that preference, Hiko showed a brief outline of her plan. Our operation commences at 7 a.m. tomorrow. The three of us here plus Drumi will head south in the direction of the town. Once we're somewhere in the vicinity of the area, we'll start hunting down invaders. As we do, we'll destroy the ruins around there in the flashiest way possible, kicking up as much dust and ash as we can. I'll use the sudden drop in visibility as a camouflage to secretly move to the place where with the spare suit without being discovered by the bees. Sorry about that. I was all like, I lost my place there. We'll meet up once I find the suit. And rush back to the school to examine it until we discover its weakness. After we assertion away. Okay, that's a weird phrasing. After we assertion a way to destroy the invisibility suit. It's a showdown time with the sponsor. It's showdown time with the sponsor. Hooker's plan was simple but bold. She would absolutely end everything tomorrow if circumstances allowed, both the invader hunt and the sponsor themselves. Will you help me, Takumi and Yugami? An earnest plea for help from Hirko without her visual bar-ups was a straight yes for me, and I nodded vigorously. Of course I'll help. Let's get that suit and bring the sponsor to... I'm against this plan. I won't be joining it. Ooh, that was surprising. Very, very surprising. What's gotten into you, Yugami? Is there something wrong with the plan? Nothing's wrong with the plan per se. What's wrong is one of the participants. Hirko, why are you letting Drumi join in the operation tomorrow? You've been insisting all this time she's got nothing but your in-game partner and not a member of the anti-sponsor alliance. She's very strong. She'll be useful in combat. That's nice, but what guarantee is there she won't turn around and slit our throats after learning of the plan? She lives and breathes for killing games. I can already picture her lunging at us in unrestrained anger when she finds out we're trying to stop her beloved game. You're overthinking. She'll be too engrossed in the game to even notice what we're doing. That's my point, see? It's a counterproductive to let someone so engrossed with the killing games into our confidence. I disagree. I'm bringing her along tomorrow by hook or by crook. I have my reasons. Such as? The discussion was leading nowhere. Neither Hirko or Yukimi seemed willing to compromise. Tomorrow's operation would be aborted if we didn't find a way to break the stalemate. I had to do something. I'm afraid I have to take Yugami's side this time, Hirko. We're putting our lives on the line tomorrow. Yet, at the same time, you're trying to involve someone outside of the alliance. You can't blame us for feeling hesitant. Even you think so. She averted her eyes and bit her lip. Fine, I won't ask for your help anymore. I'll get the suit myself. Hold on, I'm not finding fault with you or anything. I reached out quickly and grabbed Hirko's hand before she could leave the room. We understand you have your secrets you can't fully share with us, and we know you have your reasons. But can't you at least tell us something? It has to be something out of the ordinary, right? You're out the type to insist on doing things your way for more selfish reasons. And How are you so sure I'm not? Because you trust me, so I trust you too. If it was Hugo who trusted me and brought me out with everyone else was shunning me and calling me a jinx. If she needed help, I wanted to do everything in my power to help her. I quietly pleaded with Hugo while intensely staring at her in the eyes, praying hard that she would trust and lean on me. And then it was a sign of resignation. The trouble with your generic face is how completely disarms me when you're sprouting the occasional hero-like rhetoric. Very well, you will have the full explanation on why I must bring Drumi along. Really? Yes, but you're not here. But not here, outside. I'll be waiting for you on the roof. Come along. With that, she exited the room, but her wanting to meet with me alone would mean, oh, for the love of murder, I'm the outcast now, huh? I don't mind. Go ahead, Takumi. I'll be right here, keeping your bed warm for you until you return. Yeah, thanks. I'll be right back after I hear what she has to say. Also, don't touch my bed. No promise. Please promise. That is funny. Alright. I didn't see Hugo on the roof, even though she said she'd be waiting for me there. Unless she went back to her room. Over here, Takumi. Oh, this is the scene when she tried to kiss us at one time. Like, this is the same setting. Give me a second, I just want to see something on my second screen here. She was starting, and I followed her gaze, and there was artificial satellite floating in the sky. That was not the moon.
Do you long to see the people living there again?
I do. But I want to know why Nozomi and our friend from the satellite look exactly the same and are the same, and why she doesn't remember. I want to know all that. I'm sure we don't get that answer till the final timeline, so I would be surprised if we didn't get it right away.
That's what I'm fighting so hard for.
I would be surprised if we got it with anything other than the final timeline. That's what I meant.
Yes, you would be right. We're all fighting here because there are people we want to see again. We'll be able to go back to them after this war ends. That's what motivates us to keep going. In other words, that's why we're so determined not to die here. However, Darumi has none of that. She's got nowhere to return to.
Nowhere? Surely she has family who can take her in.
Not all families are worth going back to. Not that I expect you to understand.
She was right, I didn't understand. How could I? It was my most shared dream to be surrounded by my parents and Kurori at the dinner table again someday.
Takumi, do you know why Darumi is so enamored with killing games?
No?
It's very simple. She grew up in an environment that was like a killing game in itself. If she'd let her guard down, even for a brief moment, she'd be abused by her parents or teachers.
It's funny how in the Japanese anime culture that teachers take such an important role in their kids' lives. It's funny and not funny at the same time. I know Veronica Mars and a bunch of American things do that with teachers too. It's just when I grew up, okay, and it wasn't that long ago, and I was in high school and stuff, my teachers didn't play a lot in my life. I had teachers I looked up to, like Mr. Bush and Mr. Draper and people like that, but I did, and even Miss George, right, who was my English teacher. But they weren't a huge part. When I walked out of that school, I didn't think about them. They weren't like a huge part of my life, right? And I just feel like there was such a, because everyone goes through school, they want to relate with it, and teachers become such a huge thing in these storytelling things. And I just don't know. I think we have a glorified thing with teachers. And maybe I'm wrong here. Maybe not everybody feels this way, but I looked into teaching as a career, and it's not that glamorous, guys. And it's there's a lot less that you can install on, you know, people other than what you should install on them. Is just school stuff like science and things, not like your opinions or political stuff. I have a really, like, I don't know. Teachers should not be this big. Oh man, I have a cup of cinnamon that I'm smelling, and it smells good.
Punishment awaited her at every turn for no reason other than the adults in her life having a bad day. None of the grown-ups who were supposed to be looking out for her reached out to help in her time of need. You see? Just like a killing game.
I had Lincoln drama may not have come from the best of family invited, but I had no idea it was that bad. Does not... I'm not surprised leasing it off to someone else without ever giving anything back and abusing them on top of that. It sounds like my scumbag brother. Right, just like how he ignored all the eviction notices and restraining orders and doubled down on the violence. Dad goes to see the horse races on Sunday afternoons and beats me when he loses his bets. She wasn't kidding about that.
When you go through life living like that, you can't help but wonder...
That makes me wonder if Hiroko knew Drumi before this all happened.
Why only me?
Yeah. That's understandable.
Why am I the only one suffering like this? Why can't everyone suffer together with me? Young and old, male and female. We should all suffer together. Use up our lives, our very existences, to entertain ourselves through misery. That's why she loves her killing game so much. It's the closest thing to her ideal world she can find.
So she was being dead serious when she talked about wanting to start a killing game.
Dead and buried 6 feet underground. She would have given her life for it.
Could drive a person to be desperate for a killing game began.
Her wish to see the whole world turn into a killing game was never going to come true under normal circumstances. But as fate decreed, that wish somehow actually did come true.
A killing game suddenly appeared in mid-air. Drumi must have felt like her childhood dream was finally coming true.
She's on Cloud 9 right now, living out a dream that once seemed impossible to achieve. And
this whole scene was voiced, guys. This is the first scene other than the beginning of the game that a whole scene was voiced. I feel like this is not important enough to get voiced, but I'm glad it's voiced. I hope we have more scenes like this that's voiced.
after playing to her heart's content.
Die? Even though her dream finally came true?
Exactly. Now that her dream has come true, she has nothing to live for anymore.
She didn't look like someone who wanted to die, though. The few times I've seen her outside the academy.
In fact, you guys were slaughtering the school invaders together quite enthusiastically. Someone who fought with such abandon in the situation where there was no coming back from death couldn't exactly be mentally sound, could they? She was right. Someone with normal sensitivities would be a lot more cautious about this.
Without me keeping a close eye on her, she'll be running headlong into the largest group of invaders she can find. If I don't keep forcing her to return together, she'll keep on fighting. Even past her limits. Even after returning, she always wants to go right back out to continue the hunt. It's not easy for me to keep pulling her back. She's basically committing slow suicide. I can't take my eyes off her for a minute.
Is that why you're so insistent on bringing her along for tomorrow's operation?
I just don't want to leave her alone to her own devices. A short while's fine, but I get the feeling we may be taking a while tomorrow. I have to take her along. If I don't want to come back to a dead Darumi, this whole plan would be pointless. If even one person dies.
I was completely dumbfounded. Hyuko was serious about saving everybody's lives. But then again, Hyuko had always been like that, even last time. Yep, true. My primary goal here is to win the war. There is nothing I won't do for the sake of victory. But it's not enough for us to defeat the invaders. All of us have to survive as well. That's what victory means to me. She would ensure no one got left behind by snatching them from the jaws of death if it meant taking their place. Her tenacity in this aspect had saved me, and now was saving Darumi. My body trembled involuntarily when I realized the depth of Hyuko's determination. I had to admit she was the real hero here. I feel bad for Darumi about this game needs to end. The sooner the better. She's never going to come to her senses unless she first wakes up from the sham of a dream. I'm begging you here, Takumi. Help me tomorrow. Yeah, of course. How could I possibly turn down a request from this awesome hero standing before me? I'll convince Yugami to help as well. I can't believe he'll turn us down after I explain the situation to him. The four of us will rampage through town together tomorrow and put an end to the invader hunt. We both stretched out our hands simultaneously and exchanged a firm and solemn handshake. And she couldn't say that to Yugami? The only thing going through my mind that time was that I could do to protect Hyuko's kind-hearted resolve. We would work together to defeat this monster, and then let's all get to the best day 100 together. But then I was too naive. I knew it wasn't going to turn out like that. Kind had no place on the battlefield because it was Hyuko's kind that led her to end up like that. Yeah, this is not a good timeline, so I kind of knew this was going to happen. She was lying on the ground with blood pointing out on her back. This is a mortal wound. There's no way she can recover from this. The tackle, if I remember correctly, is the...
Commander!
What is a commander doing here? Why is Hyuko lying in a pool of her own blood? Was she defeated by that commander? Nothing was making sense. My mind is in a state of confusion.
How did this happen?
Our plan has been proceeding smoothly. We set off early, reached the part of the town south of the school, and started doing battle. Using the flashiest skills we had in us, we hunted down an invader in the area. This was to draw the flying bees' attention to us. Sometime after the battle began, Hyuko secretly left the area like she planned in order to secure the spare suit. The bees were struggling to count the points Yugami and I were racking up and didn't seem to have noticed her sudden absence. It felt like the plan was actually going to work. All we had to do was wait for Hyuko to return with the suit that would lead us to victory. But then something unexpected happened. Darumi left too, and did she stop? I took my eyes off Darumi, who had been fighting with us for only a short while. She probably got overly excited and decided to expand her hunting territory. I panicked Hyuko would be heartbroken if anything happened to her. I ran after her, and a while of imploring her in my heart to do anything reckless, I was praying for her safety, and just as I finally caught up, the unthinkable happened. I couldn't make my head of the scene.
Why? Why is this happening?
Get a hold of yourself, Takumi.
I snapped back to my senses as Yugumi here goes down, most likely by a commander. Has turned. That's why I didn't want Drumi to come along. She's too high profile in a lot of ways. You can't blame the enemy for zeroing in on such an attention-grabbing target on the battlefield. I waited the commander attacked Drumi first. In this case, when Hiko tried to help her, the commander attacked Drumi as she was rampaging around. And when Hiko tried to help, she got struck down instead. What do we do now? How can we save them both? Run away, that's what. The operation failed. But we can't abandon them. There's nothing we can do and turn the tide of this battle, especially not against the commander. We need to survive so we can carry out Hiko's will. Yugumi's decision was sound, the best outcome we could hope for right now to avoid all of us dying, but did I really want that? What was the point of surviving if I had to abandon a friend to do it? Abandon Hiko and Druma to escape and wait for another chance, or jump in to save them without caring about the consequences. Oh, this is a decision. Well, we're not gonna leave them. I'm sure, like, we'll have to go back and choose the other one eventually. But we're gonna save Drumi. That's what we're gonna do. And she may have betrayed Hiko, finding out what we were doing too. But we are gonna, for now, do this. But this game requires us to do all the decisions and make all the choices. So we will go back and make the other choice eventually. I'm going to save these two. Hey, it's another Danganronpa remix. I'm going to save those two. You better get out of here before the commander knows this is you. Don't be crazy, Tukumi. You won't accomplish anything by dying here. I know you're absolutely right, but
You are the Takumi I know.
yes, I am.
The same kind-hearted Takumi Samino, with the most disheveled and generic mind, who always puts his friends above himself.
She's really grown on me over this game. I really like her. Yuko's put her trust in me. She's might be second best scorer. I think she is second best scorer. Nozomi wins by default because I just like Nozomi's character. I like her a lot. But Hyuko is second best, and that's because of the kind of character they made her. I cleared my mind with the battle cry and charged into the fray. Once I reached Hyuko and Druma, we launched into a painfully one-sided battle against the enemy commander. It would be funny if that's just the ending. I don't think they're gonna let us skip. Hey Takumi, you came to save us. Thanks, brah. I hate to disappoint you after you came all this way, but we're totally headed for game over here. Mr. Hyuko's already out of action, and I'm basically about to keel over. Looks like we bought ourselves a one-way ticket to heck. Why don't we just accept it and all die together? I know. If you've got energy to talk, you can still fight. Take out the weaker enemies first. You got it, boss. I doubt I'm gonna be able to skip this, because this is a different, like... Okay, that's fine. In most battles, I can skip, but Drumi's almost dead. And why... Okay, I guess the assassin left us. And she's already on the ground, you can see there.
It's as bad as I thought, huh?
Well, I don't want to do that.
I wonder if
She's
there's
almost
more
dead,
than
too.
I get. It's as bad as I thought, huh? This is perfect heat. I wonder how
We're gonna have to do some defense stuff here. They really put us in a bad position altogether. This is gonna be interesting.
Let's do this.
This is definitely gonna be interesting.
looks so lean. It's as bad as I thought, huh? Using it! So close to dead. This is perfect. It's as bad as I thought, huh?
Okay.
I wonder how many more can I get?
Well, I don't want to use the explosive. Oh, actually, maybe I can put it out here. I can put it out there. Interesting. The problem is it's right next to the stuff I don't want it to be next to. Okay, so I think we do this for now. We'll see what they do.
Looks a little dangerous. This is perfect here. So close to death. Looks a little dangerous. It's too good.
There's no reason not to take this guy out.
Piece of cake. I can't anymore. Stay away. Looks so using it.
Oh, I did not want to do that, but okay.
I wonder how many more. Uh-oh, dead already.
I want to save some turns.
So close to dead. This is perfect here. I wonder how many more can I get?
That's actually
Let's go.
very much what I wanted, but we'll
Too much.
save up for more.
Looks so. I can't leave me alone. Totally wrecked.
I want to make sure I save enough. Hello there. Nice seeing you, Jack. Okay, my strategy is surprisingly working on this, which is nice.
As I thought, huh? Looks so little.
I got one more middle fence, so
Using it. It's as bad as I looks so little change. It's as bad as I thought, huh?
So Jack, I hope you're having a good day.
Don't bother me. I wonder how. I'm about to go die in a fire. Looks a little dangerous. I wonder how many. Stab!
I don't think I can take that down with this person, unfortunately. Alright, we're gonna save our stuff.
So close to dead. It's as bad as I thought. So close to dead.
Here we go.
Oh, just an inch off.
It's too much.
I'll have plenty of turns. Hey, Gimpster, thank you so much for waiting. I appreciate it, buddy. Alright. Okay, let's see. Yeah, it's actually a lot of fun because I got people on all three platforms now. I got, you know, I got 3 on YouTube, a couple on Kick, a couple on Twitch. It's all nice, guys. Thank you. Alright. I need a,
Let's go.
I need an attack potion for sure.
Let's do this. Say when.
All right,
Alright, cool.
my turn.
I wonder how many more can I get?
There we go on that.
I'm about to get away from me!
Say when.
Here we go.
And then we can use agility potion here. Yeah, I know, everything's going pretty well. I got a new job, which is incredible. I actually have weekends off now. No more movie theater business for me. It's going to be quite exciting, so. Yep.
Ready when you are.
Alright.
Let's go.
Okay, I want to stay back here. And we're maxed out, so we're going to do this. And then we're going to hide behind this wall when he comes up. Perfect. I actually wanted him to do this.
Good to go.
Here we go.
Because what I'm going to do...
Let's do this. My turn. Good to go.
Oh, can I get the boss? That's fantastic.
Let's go.
We're going to do another attack potion.
Good to go.
That's actually better than what I was hoping for. Sweet. I'm just in the right part for me to get the boss too.
One last strike.
Kaboom! Okay, and I took out a big thing of the boss. We'll wait for the boss to come to us, because what... Ooh, the boss doesn't want to move.
Looks a little dangerous. This looks perfect here.
And then what I'll do is...
So close to death.
I don't want to use her special,
Looks a li- I wonder how many more can I get?
because she's the only one that can move. Actually, I guess we just... We'll make the boss move. He doesn't want to come after us. That's fun.
One last.
I'll just take him out this way if he's not going to come after us. That was only one wave, and I used almost all my defense. I probably played this wrong, guys. Commander's... He's not even attacking, he's just standing there. Yeah, because I thought the commander would attack. That's why I was being so careful. I guess he doesn't need to get involved directly. We're already outnumbered and outclassed. It's only a matter of time. You really are too dumb to live. Sometimes did you really think you could take down a commander with just you two? Yugami, what are you doing here? I told you to run. I'm just making the logical choice I can. We can't afford to lose you, Takumi. We have no chance of winning the war if we do. That means our only chance is to do something about this guy and we can all get away. It wasn't much of a plan to pull off. Let's get this, guys. Give it everything you got. Okay, I'm a little bit scared because I have no defenses. That was... But we will see.
I've got this. Let's go.
The nice thing is it doesn't seem to have... Like, the boss hasn't seemed to heal, so... We do have a chance. I just need to hit him twice. Oh, I win in one shot. Never mind, I quit. I critted on him. That was pretty sick. It's no use, he's too strong. It's just playing with us. An extra fighter or two is not going to be the difference. For a love of murder, if he's going to kill us anyway, could at least go out half, but it makes the whole thing feel cheap. This is why I hate fighting invaders. Don't give up. There has to be something we can do. Nah, dude, we're done. Let's charge in one last time and get blown to smithereens. I always wanted to go out in a bunch of dirty fireworks. Kahoo-hoo-hoo. That's kind of like her play on poo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. We're all out of options. We're really gonna die here, just when it seemed all hope was lost.
Take my cryptoglobin.
I heard Hirko's voice, faint and weak, but still determined by my comm channel. Hirko, I thought you passed out. Oh, another Danganronpa song. Never mind that. Just absorb my Clippergo, and it's the only way. Absorb your Clippergo. What are you talking about? Am I not being clear enough? I want you to kill me. I'm going to die anyway. You might as well take my power and save yourselves. But you're my friend. I could never kill you. I may die, but you still have hope. You still have a spare. You still have the spare suit. Use it to figure out the sponsor's secret and defeat them. Kill me so you can survive. You can't be serious. There's no way I can do this. I'm not asking. I'm telling you. Do it now. Take my power and survive. Drumi. For a moment, I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Drumi thrust a knife right into Hirko's back.
Mistress Hiroko.
Oh no.
Mistress Hiroko.
Oh no.
Your power flowing into me. I can feel you inside me.
Oh no. Oh no. I tried to stop her, but it was too late. I rebuke these things. Oh man, oh! I've never felt this kind of energy before. I'm in the zone now. I feel like I could fly, like I could do anything. Yahoo! I had to give her the goofy Yahoo! Drumi threw back her head and let out a crazed cry of elation. Oh, of elation! We've been in Star Rail. We've been doing a lot of like on the planet of elation. Well, that's not the name of the planet, but yeah, we've been talking a lot of that. Totally at odds with what had happened. Don't you realize what you've done, Drumi? You just killed Hirko. Save the for later, Takumi. Now that it's reached this point, we have to see it through. But Hirko is. Drumi's overflowing with power right now. She might actually be able to beat that commander. Yukimi was like Drumi was stronger than ever. She rushed around the battlefield like a berserker, swinging the weapons in every direction, even charging at the commander without the slightest trace of fear. No one can stop me now. Coo-hoo-hoo. That's a play on Danganronpa, like poo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. By the time we were able to take stock of our surroundings, we realized the commander was no longer here. Did he just leave? Yeah, it seems that way. Had we really won somehow? It didn't feel real. Relax, he's gone. I don't sense another trace of his presence anymore also. The thing is, Hirko gave her life to get us is still here, and it's still intact. Yukimi held the suitcase Hirko had brought from the school. It's most likely had a spare of the sponsor suit inside it. We've done what we set out to do, make no mistake. This is our win for us. It's just we had to pay a pretty big price for it. Yukimi's gaze wandered to Hirko's body. It was bad enough that she sustained fatal damage trying to bail Drumi out, but then her Cryptoglobin was absorbed by the very person whose life she saved. As for Drumi herself, she was just staring blankly at the sky. I could only imagine how she felt, having just killed someone who'd been like a sister to her. But before I could say anything, Drumi, her eyes rolled back in her head and she fell to the ground. Looks like she finally ran out of steam. You'll have to carry her for now, Takumi. I'll dig a grave for Hirko. Here's as good a resting place for her as any. Yukumi began digging with the old piece of wood, and when the hole was big enough, gently lowered Yuko's body into the ground.
Hiruko. I'm sorry I couldn't save you.
I won't let your sacrifice be in vain. I'll use the suit you worked so hard to get to figure out the sponsor's weakness, and
I'll
then...
defeat them and end this game. I promise.
We returned to school determined to carry on what Hiruko had started, unfortunately. Don't worry, there's multiple timelines, guys. She's not gone. I have no idea where to even start with this weird tech. Yukumi and I had gone back to our room to look at the suit, and looking at it was all we could do. Neither of us knew anything about electronics or wearable technology or whatever it was that made the suit tick. Analyzing how hard it worked and how to get past its defenses was going to be hard. It's not impossible. Well, it's a protective suit made out of some kind of specialized material. That's all I can say about it. Yeah, I can't figure out anything else about it either. How can something this flimsy block our attacks so completely? We worked hard to get it. This feels like a waste.
Hey!
Darn it, if only we had someone with actual engineering knowledge on our side. As if in answer to the exasperated cry.
Ah.
You don't think it's our sponsor, do you? It's not totally out of the question. They might realize we got our hands on a suit just like theirs. The bell rang again. Pretending I wasn't here would only put off the inevitable. The sponsor was relentless. If I was going to die anyway, I might as well put up a fight here now. I took a deep breath and opened the door. Oh, it's Tsubasa. I hadn't expected that either. I definitely hadn't expected to see her standing on the other side. Since this game began, everyone except Yumi and Hiruko had been keeping their distance from me. By the way, guys, this might be my normal time of streaming from now on, like in between these hours that I'm going for, just because my new job will be like this. On Saturdays, I might play around with the time, but on normal weekdays, this would probably be around the time I stop normally. I'm going to keep going, but when my job starts, I'm going to post the times for you guys. Now, for Jack, especially when I start playing, or when I do the ZZ streams, I will do them later, but that means they'll have to be on the weekends. Hey, what's wrong? Howdy, Tsubasa, you're looking pretty grief-ridden this evening. Is something bothering you? We'd be glad to listen if you want to talk about it. I have a feeling we're not the kind of people you really want to confide in, though. Yukumi's laid-back attitude did nothing to put Tsubasa at ease. Eventually, she did speak up on her own.
I'm sorry, Takumi.
Ooh, sorry guys, I'm not used to them talking. I pressed that by accident. And all of a sudden, she burst into tears. Yeah, Jack, it's my pleasure and honor. You've been watching for months. It's my pleasure to do that. But like I said, it would have to be a weekend thing. Or if we have holidays, then we could probably do them on those as well. Because it's a game that keeps on adding to it, so it's not like we're going to run out of content. Calm down, Tsubasa. What's this all about? What are we apologizing for? It's because you didn't let me join your team. You don't have to worry about that. I'm doing fine. No, that's not it. I was there, Takumi. When Hiko was fighting that commander, I was watching the whole time. Tsubasa was there too. I wanted to help. if I activated my Harmonia. It's Harmonia, that's what it is. I could have used my card to get Hyuko and Dermot out of there and bring them back to school. But I was so scared I couldn't move, and while I was wondering what I should do, Hyuko got wounded, and then I'm sorry Hyuko, I'm sorry Takumi. I just stood there and let her die. I know apologizing won't fix this, but yeah, and then we fought and you still didn't come. That's actually the worst thing you've ever done in any timeline. I had no idea what to say. I knew all too well it hurt not being able to save someone. No, she didn't even try, though. Okay. Now, I can't say I would be better. You never know till you put yourself in that situation, but this isn't a real person. I can judge her all I want, okay? So, this is the worst that she's ever done in any timeline. She's normally better than this, but she does throw up every time she gets anxious and stuff. That might have prevented her from doing anything. But we've seen her like work through it in dangerous situations in the past, but again, it's only day 30. She hasn't had that growth yet, so that's probably why. But still, it's the worst thing she's ever done. That's why I knew nothing I could say would take away the pain, but before I could even try. You're right, Tsubasa. A simple apology isn't going to cut it. I'm with the assassin, actually. You when he got there first, speaking in a harsh tone I hadn't even heard him use before. You didn't save Hyuko when you had the chance. That also put our lives in danger. That's not the kind of crime you can just wipe clean. Letting someone die is basically the same as killing them. I'm with Yugami on this, actually. So this character has really surprised me. He's gone from assassin that doesn't really kill anyone, right? And someone who loves to torture people to being like a very competent person. Now, in some timelines, including this one, he has done some messed up things, but he's never actually killed anyone. I guess you could say he has caused a death or two in this timeline if you choose a different path. But again, he has become a very competent person overall. And he's actually saved more lives than he's killed at this point for being some kind of assassin. And you had the gall to give Takumi the cold soldier. At least he still has a shred of human decency in him. That's more than I can say for you. I know you're mad, but this is going too far. Tsubasa already feels terrible. She just doesn't need you making it worse. No, it's fine, Takumi. He's right. I've always liked this. Whenever there's a kind of conflict, I just go with the crowd. When Gaku died, I suspected you because that's what everyone else was doing. It was the same. We decided to form teams. Everyone said to stay away from you, so that's what I did too. I never stand up and make important decisions for myself, and now Hyuko is dead because of me. Drumi probably heartbroken too. I couldn't have stopped that all from happening. While she really did see everything, she probably still in shock. I'm a terrible person, aren't I? Treating my friends' lives with so little respect is so disgusting it makes me want to puke. Herc. She didn't stop at dry feeding. She vomited all over the floor, tears streaming from her. You're amazing, Takumi. You jumped right in the fight, that commander, and tried to save Hyuko. I can't believe I've been so awful to you all this time. I'm really sorry. I'm sorry, Takumi, for everything. I'd be lying if I said I was all ready to completely forgive Tsubasa and call it water under the bridge. But I wasn't going to hold anything against her, not when she was already suffering this much. Just the thought that I was still capable of something of compassion was a comfort in itself. You can cry all you want, it's not going to ease what you did. The world wouldn't need the police if atonement was that easy. What's with you today, Yugami? Tsubasa made some mistakes, but you don't need to be so hard on her. Tsubasa, if you really want to make up for letting Hyuko die, there's just one way.
Indirectly or not, you caused a death. Now you have a duty to save lives instead.
She's joining the Alliance team? Okay. I wish Nozomi would join. Save lives, but how do I? Just suggestion, but how about you join with me and Takumi? We're working on something that could save everyone, and we just so happen to need somebody with a particular skill set. It's kind of like carrying on Hyuko's legacy too. This is what she gave her life for. Of course, it'll mean putting yourself in a lot of danger, but what do you say? Will you help us? Tsubasa didn't say anything for her. She just stood there staring at her feet. Then she nodded as if to come to an important decision. Okay, I don't know what you guys are up to, but if I can save everyone, I'm in. So what do you want me to do? When Tsubasa said that, Toguro turned to me and winked. Now it makes sense. He made her feel worse so she'd feel like she had no choice but to join to atone. I can't say I like the manipulated her feelings like that, but we do need her help. We all the help we can get. I agree with the blue hair assassin. I think this was a step that needed to happen. Okay, here's how it is, Tsubasa. I told Tsubasa about our secret plans and how we formed an alliance to take down the sponsor and end this game. And now, thanks to Hyuko, we had a spare of a kind of suit the sponsor wore. Spare suit? Whoa, awesome. It's the real thing. I see Hyuko risked everything to get us this.
Huh?
Yeah, but this stuff isn't really our area. We got no idea what we're supposed to do with it to learn anything useful. What do you think, Tsubasa? Do we need some kind of special machinery to analyze this thing, or what? Maybe we should take it to the metal shop. We don't want anyone to find out we've got this, though. Somewhere we can investigate without being seen, huh? I might be able to help with that. You see, there's a secret lab. I'm pretty sure I'm the only one who knows about it. When you see it, it will knock your socks off. Is that crazy? You'll understand once we get there. Come on, I'll take you there. Follow me. We gathered up the suit and left my room, letting Tsubasa lead the way out the secret lab she's found. Finally, we arrived at the race stage area in the gym. This is your secret lab. I guess people don't come here at all often. Back up, guys. You're gonna fail. Go stand by the edge of this. Farewell. Tsubasa showed us to the edge of the broken stage and then knelt down and began pulling on a broken floorboard. Hurrah! All at once, the board came loose and then a hole peeling back that on board had somehow made a huge hole appear in the stage. I happened to find a map of this room when I was fixing the corpse recovery drone program using the war room computer. Sorry to have kept this secret all this time. I've always wanted a place like this I could have all to myself. No, you made the right call. Now we have somewhere we can talk without worrying about being overheard. I'm gonna warn you, try not to be too shocked by what you see in there. Even if you are, try not to scream. It's like an echo chamber down there. Shocked scream, what in the world is in this lab? I don't know if I can explain it all that well. It'd be easier to just show you. There's a ladder leading down. Come on, before anyone sees us. Sure. We followed Tsubasa down the ladder and into the secret basement. By the way, there's a lot more gameplay in the first 100 days, but once you start doing timelines, there's a whole lot more reading. Alright. Sure enough, what greeted us at the bottom was something I never imagined. I think this is a new area. I don't think we've ever seen this in any timeline. I had to hold myself back from letting out a wordless cry of surprise. Inside the lab was a large machine that looked like some kind of spaceship. I think that's the escape pod that comes out of the ground on the 100th day to take us to the satellite that looks like the moon. I think that's the pod. This is the escape. Okay, it is. I've seen it before, of course. We've never seen this room, though. At the end of the first 100 days here. but I never expected to see it here like this. Yeah, I was shocked when I first saw it too. I knew it must be the pod you told us about. This place is probably designed to store it safely until it's needed. Is there any chance you can get it working? I thought of that, but it's no good. It's locked up tight and there's no way to get in. We could probably force it open, but we can't exactly go into space with a damaged door. It must have a security measure to stop anyone from using it before day 100. That's the only time we're allowed to leave this school. Well, we can think of the pod later. Let's concentrate on the suit for now. Do you need any machinery from the metal shop we can go get for you? No, I should be fine. There's plenty of gear in here for me to get started. I looked around the lab. It was full of miscellaneous tools and equipment, probably stuff Tuvasa had brought in already. There was also a lot of weapons for some reason. I figured I'd make these and keep them for emergencies just in case we ever need to hole up in here. I've snuck some food supplies in to help yourself if you get hungry. It's a real stronghold down here. It'll make a perfect HQ for the anti-sponsor alliance. How are you going to investigate the suit capabilities? You got any experiments in mind? You basically want to know how to break through the suit's defenses, right? The fastest way to figure that is to try out a bunch of stress tests and see how it holds. By testing its resistances to stretching, pressure, elastic, and plastic deformation, we can start by getting a better idea of what's fracture toughness. Deformation, fracture. Some of these terms were lost to me, but at least one of us knew what they were doing. Okay, well, let's get started. Figuring out the suit's weakness is only the first step. Once we've done that, we're taking the sponsor down. We spent the rest of the night testing and analyzing the suit any way we could. The next morning, I made my way to the Leisure Island where the sponsor was loafing around as usual. Hey, Takumi, what are you doing here so early? Did you miss me? You could say that. I wanted to see you anyway. Do you have time to talk? Hardly a respectful attitude to take towards someone in my position. But I'll allow it. You are one of the most accomplished hunters, after all. Hunter me. No need to be modest. Just take a look at the results and speak for themselves. The sponsor gestured to one of the bees and brought a display of the leaderboard.
I honestly didn't expect you to gain this much of a lead so quickly.
I wanted to see if they still have her on here, even though she's gone. Yugumi is actually third now, and we're second, and Drumi is first. No surprise. Mako is fourth. Tsubasi stayed fifth. Kyusuke Nozomi stayed seventh, which is not surprising. Shoma is last, and then the dead two are down there. Okay.
The advent of a dark horse like yourself makes this game that much more exciting.
For anyone that didn't see my streams before this, the sponsor is someone that broke into school and declared that we were going to play this death game, and we can't defeat him because we can't break the suit, even with all of our powers. And he has a horde of bees that can take our hemoglobin blood out and basically kill us without the revivomatic working. So that's why we're working on this. At this point, I made it all the way to 2 in the rankings. Hyuko had been at 1 all this time, but now that she's dead, I was catching up. You made impressive contributions to my little game. I was just thinking you deserve some kind of reward. A reward here. Since we're here, how about you play a game with me? Very well. If that's what you want, what shall we play? As I said before, I'm grateful for you becoming such an accomplished hunter. I'm even willing to turn a blind eye if you ever want to bend the rules a little. That actually helps a lot because I want is a duel to the death. I'm going to fight you and I'm going to win, and then I'm ending this stupid game of yours once and for all. So did we find a weakness in the suit? So it's come to this very well. Activate your class armor and Himona. Attack me all you want. Your sword is no more threat to me than the blade of grass. The sponsor clearly didn't consider themselves in danger. They stood radiating absolute confidence, knowing that nothing I could do to hurt them. Nice of you to be so laid back about it, but I won't be attacking with my sword. I'll be using this crossbow. I brought out the crossbow Tsubasa had made with the Gift-O-Matic. Normally using conventional weapon like this would be pointless, especially against an invincible opponent like in the sponsor. What are you thinking, turning something like that on me? Such insolence I will not stand. A hunter should use him. Just like that, the sponsor's confidence demeanor vanished and they began to panic. Ooh, interesting. So the arrow can pierce? Looks like we're right about the suit's weakness. We performed every kind of stress test we could think on the spare last night, and we even discovered something very interesting. I knew it, the suit isn't actually all that strong. It's a distort from just a little force, and it's not much tougher than a regular protective suit. A long knife or something could probably cut through it pretty easily. That doesn't make sense though. If the suit was that weak, why don't any of our techs work on it? Is it because the spare one are fake maybe, or is it actually different from the sponsor's one? No, it's the real thing. The material is the same of what the sponsor wears anyway. How would she even know that though? Did she touch it? So why is this one much weaker? Maybe she touched it when we were all attacking him or something, but why would you remember how it felt like? I don't know. I think it's not weak so much as built for a purpose. What do you mean? Ever since I saw this suit, something about it has been bothering me. It looks like some kind of protective gear, so it has to protect its wearer from. Not sure I follow. Workers at nuclear plants wear suits to protect themselves from radiation. True. Right. And firefighters have ones that protect them against high temperatures, and drivers has one for water pressures. Oh, divers. I thought she said drivers, and I was like, what? Protective suits are made with specific hazards in mind, stuff that's only a threat in certain environments and scenarios. There are not a lot of use outside of these scenarios. Have you ever felt an actual radiation suit? They're basically paper thin. True, they are. They're like this white or gray, like shiny paper-ish suit. I've seen radiation suits before, and I even felt them before, but not when they're radiated, like before they go into use. But yeah, I think I felt them before. I can picture in my hand. They feel like tinfoil. I think it's the same with this suit. It's designed to protect against one particular threat and nothing else. Protect against a specific threat. Powers. Desperate tried to think of what Tsubasa had said, and it could mean. You know what's really funny about this too is it would protect against our powers like Takumi's fire, for example, right? But why would it protect against an actual sword? Is it because it's made out of hemoglobin too? What kind of scenario was the suit built for? That's obvious, to protect us from our attacks. The first we fought and attacked every bit. But at the end of our assault, the sponsor was still standing. It's like our attacks on him had no effect at all. And then it hit me like a bolt of the blue. I knew what the suit was for. I knew the threat was guarding us. Of course, the suit is designed to repel any and all human attacks. But the trade-off is it's weak against regular attacks, isn't it? You're letting your imagination run wild. I am invincible. Your pitiful intellect cannot hope to understand my power. The sponsor voice was calm, but they were clearly shaken. I had no doubt I was right about this. I only wish I'd noticed sooner. The suit only blocked Himonian attacks, not physical ones. But we hit him with our sword. But again, the sword is created with our power. So I guess not, but... Okay. Mako punched him and body slammed him, but of course she was using her powers. But again, all her powers are physical. Okay. Okay. She does use a ball and chain, but I don't think... I think I remember her body slamming him, which should have taken a thing. Okay, it's okay. I don't fully understand it, but I understand that he's invincible to our powers. But I could see why I hadn't thought about it. Till now, our first encounter with the sponsor had totally demoralized us. True. We attacked them with everything we had, our very strongest attacks. And not one of them worked. This person is invincible, it's no terrifying hero. He had the idea, after seeing a doubt, we accepted that we had no choice. But now, the truth. Once the trick is exposed, the con artist behind it is finished just like the game. I'm warning you, Takumi, stand down now and we can forget this ever happened. This is for my friends. I pulled the trigger and fired 3 arrows in quick succession. They pierced through the suit and buried themselves in the sponsor's body. There was no hiding it now. My attack had clearly done some damage. There was holes in the suit. We weren't dealing with an invincible opponent.
Did you see Hideko? We broke through the sponsor's defenses.
Not bad, Takumi. Simono, I confess I didn't think you ever figure out the secret of the suit. For this, at least, I must congratulate you. Gee, thanks. It's an honor, but it's your death I want, not compliments. Me die, don't be ridiculous. This game has only just begun. And you're forgetting something, Takumi. This suit isn't the only weapon I have at my disposal. I still have the bees. Yep. My minions. I heard a familiar buzzing and bleeding wings. They sounded angry like a broken rule after I'd injured the sponsor. My suit may not be an immovable object, but my bees are as unstoppable as force as ever. What now, Takumi Simono? Do you think you can defend against this? No, there's nothing I can do about the bees. If they attack now, I'll be riddled with holes and have every last ounce of my blood drained. If they attack me, that is. That's why I'm tagging it. Good work, Takumi. You played your part beautifully. But against someone with proper protection, things wouldn't be so simple. Who are you? Why do you have that suit? It's me, Yugumi. Okay, I guess you can't tell because of the voice, huh? Apparently the voice changer came as standard with these suits. This is one distorted Yugumi's voice to sound just like the sponsors. We decided to borrow one of your precious suits for a little while. It seemed like the best way to stop me getting turned into a pincushion. The bee stingers were powerful, that much was true, but that was because they'd been augmented with Himonia. Despite the tough and grandiose appearance, it doesn't quite have the hardness to match. The joints snap out of place if you even look at them wrong, and the stinger comes off without much effort. It's as fragile as life itself. Yep, he killed one and examined it. Their bodies were likely enhanced by some supernatural means, which means that supernatural, in other words, Himonia. The suits repelled any and all Himonia attacks. With Yugumi William one, the bees would no threat at all. You and that suit has getting us a lot of trouble, and now we're using the same technology to defeat you. You know how it is. What goes around comes around. Insolence, this will not stand. Don't you realize who I am? I'm the one who spreads death across the planet, the all-seeing, all-knowing Grand Game Master. I'm going to have to cut you off there. We really don't have time to listen to the final monologue. I'll take it from here, Takumi. Go. Right. We both started running. I ran for the door while Yugumi charged right towards the sponsor. The boss bees dutifully flew in to protect the master, but all in vain. Yugumi swatted them aside with one swipe of his arm, killing them instantly. That suit made him the worst possible opponent for them to go against. Finally, Yugumi reached the sponsor. And then he opened his clutched fingers to reveal he was hiding something. All that it takes is a little hole to render the protective gear practically useless. So the first thing we need to do is open the hole in the sponsor suit. Any one of these ranged weapons should be enough to do it. Right, if the suit is weak against physical damage, a gun should do the trick. I'm no marksman, though. I'm probably more likely to hit my target with something like a crossbow. Once the suit is torn, the sponsor won't be immune to critical attacks anymore. That's where this comes in. Stuff this bomb in the hole and the sponsor will get burned to a crisp. Tubelso held a tiny mechanical sphere. This baby's filled with undying flame. All it needs is a little impact to detonate. It's basically a downgraded version of the one we use for Vexing. But I could only make one, so we only get one shot at this. If it comes to these bombs could destroy Vexnus, they could destroy anyone. That included the sponsor, whoever they really were. We had a plan. All that was left is to assign roles, and all the details. Tsubasa would stand ready with the fire extinguisher outside the leisure lounge in case everything went wrong. I wonder if Simonia could be the enemy here. He wasn't participating in the game. We assumed he was going to die. He's the only other person that was mentioned that we haven't seen this whole time. It's a stretch, but it's possible. And we've never seen him with a suit before. We've seen Hyuko with a suit. We've seen myself with a suit. We've seen some other people, but never Simonia. So, little robot guy, he might be the guy, but we'll see. And Yugimi would be the one handling most dangerous part of the plan, actually detonating the bomb. Are you sure about this, Yugimi? You'll have to get really close to the sponsor to put the bomb in their suit in the first place. If anything goes wrong, you'll be left wide open. Don't worry about that. I'm really good at ramming stuff in holes that look like they're too small to fit. I'm trying to be serious here. I'm going to have to ask you to stick to the matter at hand. Hee, sure thing, Takumi. Or you can be the one sticking it into me if you prefer. You know me. I swing both ways. Stay on topic, please. In spite of this usual devil-may-care attitude, I could tell Yugimi was serious. His fists were clenched tight. He was determined to end this game. Even if it meant risking his own life killing the sponsor, he was prepared to do what was needed to be done.
Get away! Don't you dare touch me with those filthy hands!
Undaunted, Yugimi grabbed and held the sponsor. He slipped a miniature bomb into the hole of the suit and then... What if it's Ava? She was being a bit dodgy too. One little hit and the undying flames enveloped the sponsor's body. Our tormentor withered in pain, conversing like a crazed dancer. You know what's really funny about this is if we beat this person now, this game only lasted like 10 days. It didn't even last that long, but we'll see. At some point, the sponsor's vocal cords must have burned away. They weren't screaming anymore, just making hollow, choking noises. Even with the flames eating away at every fiber of their being, the sponsor held on to life as long as they could. But finally, succumbed. They let out one unnatural, almost inhuman scream. The flame still licking at their body, they collapsed onto the floor. Tsubasa and I stepped back with Yugimi watching the sponsor burn. We didn't want to risk taking our eyes off them in case they suddenly came back to life. Now, fear rebooted us. We had to be sure we needed this person to die. They're really dead now, aren't they? No one could possibly survive that. We really won. We won the moment words. It suddenly felt a lot. The undying flames, guys. We'd taken down the invincible sponsor and ended the invader hunt. Okay, there's our little robot guy, so we know he's not responsible, and he was there during the original thing too. So it's either one of us from another timeline, or it could be Ava somehow. We heard a weird voice shouting something. It sounded like Nail's hunch. There was an explosion too. The others came running in. No, you guys didn't do anything. The sponsor death cries must have. Takumi, Tabasa, what are you guys doing? Get over here. That's right. Oh, it's Nozomi. That's right. You have to get away from the sponsor. Of course, with Yugumi wearing the suit, they think he's the sponsor. Hey guys, you picked the perfect time to join us. Come warm yourselves by the fire. Fire, but it looks like there's a person in there. Fire Fiend, did you incinerate one of our friends, you forsick entertainment? This has gone far enough. It's time for the Holy Jumanji sword to cut you down. She has a physical sword right there without any powers. I keep on forgetting that. She could have sliced him up with it. Wait, Kusuke, I don't think that's a sponsor. It's Yugumi. Now that you mention it, he does sound like him. What deal? What's going on? If Yugumi is the sponsor and the sponsor is Yugumi, then who the heck am I? Takumi Tabasa, you got some explaining to do. If that's Yugumi in the suit, where did the real sponsor go? Just stay calm, I'll explain everything. I took everyone through what we've been doing, starting with me and forming an alliance, and then Hyuko somehow knew a way for us to get our hands on a spell version of the suit. The first mission had succeeded, but the cost of Hyuko's life. Then Tsubasa had joined the alliance and figured out the suit's weakness, allowing us to put the plan into action. So you see, we're going to have to worry about scores or executions anymore. It's over, we won. I thought they'd be happy to hear about this. We just freed them from the life and death struggle we've been in since the game began, after all. What's the matter, guys? It's really over then.
Yeah.
The sponsor was so strong before, it's hard to believe you killed him just like that. Right, and we didn't see it happen for ourselves. You don't think we're lying to you, do you? No, that's not it, it's just... Oh, they're suspicious, because if they stop playing the game and we continue playing the game, then they're dead. It's more like all this happening, we weren't there for so much of it, it doesn't feel real, you know? And I was the one who was supposed to avenge Lady Kura. This is the reaction I was expecting. I'm not asking for a victory party or anything, but can you guys at least relax now? The sponsor's gone. Well, this is a real mood killer. You guys gonna need some time, huh? Let's call it here for the day. We can always accept your praise and adulation later. With that, okay, we return to... Wow, what ungrateful slobs. It wasn't even that they thought we were lying. They were just ungrateful. I would be so upset.
To spend another day enduring the unendurable. Be ready to give your lives to protect our beloved school.
The morning announcement played just as we got back to the room. I guess we should get some rest. I remembered the moment it hit my head and inside. We did it, Hyuko. We defeated the sponsor. All thanks to you. With grief of losing Hyuko hadn't gone away, but now she hadn't died in vain. The others would come around. They just needed time to process it. No more turning against each other. No more killing game. We can finally be a real team, maybe even friends. From here on, we'll have fun, people. Just like the better times we had last time go around. Maybe we could hold another barbecue party. You mean the one where we were drugged and all our food was stolen? I remember that party. Or the festival. That was another time. Maybe we could go to the beach together and it would be a nice change of pace. So imagining all those different possibilities, I felt myself drifting off to sleep. And the sponsor comes back. But the doorbell started ringing. A visitor at this hour, I feel like I decided to pretend I hadn't heard. Whoever it was or whatever they wanted could wait. My dreams were calling me. Alright, I'm coming. I was dragged, Alright, what's up? Okay, what are you doing here? Please don't tell me you want to hold another meeting. Can't we do it tomorrow? Sorry, Takumi. I think we might be a little soon for us to be celebrating. What does that mean? The sponsor said we made sure of that. The three of us stood and watched the master of the killing game get burned to ashes. There was absolutely no way he could still be alive. The sponsor's dead, alright, but the bees are a different story. While we were fixated on watching the sponsor die, they all flew off. Some of them might be still looking in the school somewhere. But how's the sponsor not here to control them anymore? Wouldn't they just leave? The thing about bees is they don't like to change their habitats all that much. We're better off getting rid of them here and now so they don't stop building nests and breeding. Great, so now we're exterminators. I wish I could put myself on the job for later, but because of those bees. Alright, I guess we should look for them. How are we going to do this? I'll handle the school lot and the rooms on the first floor. You take the second, third. If you hear even the tiniest hint of buzzing, get out of there and come find me. I'll put on the suit and take him out. Yukimi still had the protective suit Hiko had gotten for us. At least with that around, there was no danger of human argument insects killing us. With that, Yukimi and I went to check the campus for bees. I shouldn't just... Okay, so we didn't figure out who was in the suit. Okay, I'm supposed to take the second and third floor. We're on the second now, so... I have to talk to everyone. Okay, that's the mission. Alright. I guess I'm supposed to ask them if they found any bees. We'll do the lame one first. Hey, how's it going, champ? What's that all about? Takumi, thank you so much for taking down that scumbag who killed Kira. I'm so happy, the tears of joy that won't stop coming. You're my absolute hero now, best wrestler ever, instant Hall of Famer, no question. I'm not a wrestler though, oh well, it's nice to see her happy. Hey Moko, we're checking to see if anyone of the sponsor bees are still... Give me a second, guys. Give me a few minutes. I need to take a tiny break to walk around, and then we'll probably go for about another half an hour or so. To be clear, I'm not leaving for half an hour. I'm leaving for like 2 minutes. I'll be back. Alright, me walking around turned into me helping with a computer thing again. So thank you guys for your patience. Mako, Riku, Firecracker, Sis Bubba, everybody hustle woo. Victory, Mako might be a little too happy. I don't think I'll get any useful information out of her. She's asleep. Ava sat in her cage, still looking as dejected as I left her earlier. She was probably still in shock at not being allowed her mask back. She looks like she's asleep, but okay. Oh, Takumi, perfect timing. For what? Kyusuke has something she wants to say to you. Don't let Kyusuke. Nozomi pushed Kyusuke forward. Sir Takumi. For avenging Lady Kyusuke's death, I will. And for my rudeness up until now, that is to say I'm... Kyusuke trailed off, unable to look at me in the eye, and awkward silence stretched between us. Sorry, Takumi, I think Kyusuke needs more time to get her head together. She wants to apologize to you, but she's not sure how or where to start. It's fine, she really doesn't have to apologize, it's all in the past now. It's nice of you to say that, but this is something that needs to be due before we can put it behind us. Just give us a little bit more time, okay? Sure, whatever you need, you know where to find me. After that awkward when there is calling me the Grim Reaper, I was finally back to being able to talk to Nozomi and Kyusuke normally again. I found myself getting a little choked up. All that hard to work defeating the sponsor had been worth it. Aww. I really like Nozomi. I want to know more about her. There's a secret with Nozomi since the beginning of the game. We haven't figured out. So he's had a best friend named Kura at the beginning. And again, for anyone that would like to see those videos, I have saved every single video I've done of this game on my live feed. I can't say that every stream has been great because there has been some streams I've been very frustrated with this game on. But I do have every moment saved, okay? So, there is a secret with her from the beginning of the game. And we just don't know what that secret is. She looks just like our friend at the beginning of the game, but she has no memories of it. And we want to find out why Nozomi is acting this way, or if there's something... There's going to be a twist. We just don't know what the twist is. It's nice of you to say, but it's something she needs to do before. Yeah. Okay, I think we're done in this room. Yahoo! All right. Hey, you're still here, Yugumi. Weren't you going to search the first floor? I thought I checked on Drumi before I start. She's still out cold, you know, slumbering away like it's an enchanted princess. I guess she must have taken a lot of damage fighting like that, Commander. Yeah, not just physical damage either. She did murder the only person she ever cared about with her own two hands after all. Right, was no other way out of the situation. Jeremy still killed Hiroko. Maybe she was in shock, staying unconscious to avoid dealing with the guilt and pain of the act. I got to wonder what effect Hiriko's kleptogoma is going on have on Jeremy going forward. It's going to be a real blast finding out. Oh, so he's watching over here. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so we got 3 more people. We'll do the most boring one first. Thanks. What's with you all of a sudden? If you hadn't ended the killing game, I would have been the one getting executed at the end of this round. By defeating the sponsor, you saved my life, Takumi. I never got the chance to say thank you this morning, so now I have to make up for that. You've given an insignificant dust bunny like me a second chance at life. I am eternally grateful. It's okay, Shuma, really. I mean this victory. This victory for all of us. By the way, have you seen the sponsor's bees around today? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Doesn't look like I'm going to get any useful information out of him. Right here. The sponsor hasn't shown up here all day. Leave with me, Takumi. Were you serious? Did you really kill that beeps? Yeah, I didn't do it alone, though. Yugami, Tsubasa, and even Hiroko, they all put their lives on the line to make this plan a success. And now the sponsor is gone. We don't have to compete against each other anymore. You're allowed to be happy the invader hunt is over. You idiot, I've got no right to be happy at a time like this. What do you mean? I'm so damn pathetic. I pushed you away, talked all that crap about you being shady, then you went ahead and let you do all the hard work and save our butts. For real, I hate myself so much I wish I could drop dead. So everyone, that's why everyone was being ungrateful this morning, is that they were just shamed at how they treated us the whole time. Don't say that. You survived the killing game. Your life is precious. What's so precious about life? You gotta live in shame. Sorry, man. I just can't be around you right now. And hey, sorry about all that stuff. I need to find a way to make it up to you.
Huh?
You really don't need to do that. Look at the dock over there. We haven't spent a lot of time in this room. I know there's been a lot of significant things that have happened in there, and we just don't spend that much time in there. What, the sponsor's bees are still alive? I only said that they might be. I hope we're wrong, but we have to make sure. Can you think of anywhere they might be able to hide, Tsubasa? Honestly, I don't think it's relevant, but since you're asking, I did hear some weird noises coming from the room on the first floor, you know, the one with the strange machines. Oh, what kind of noises? It's almost sounded like people talking. Sounded like people talking, that doesn't sound like bees. Just a sec, my phone vibrated and I'm just wishing you peace and joy. Okay. Hiding out in place. You know what, it's probably just my imagination. It didn't sound like anything like bees anyway. The room with strange machines is probably nothing. Maybe I should check it out in case. Everybody seems to be okay, but I didn't get any hints about bees. The closest thing we would be what Tsubasa told me about that room. She said she heard people talking inside. Maybe the bees buzzing, winged about, just sounded like voices. I made my way to the weird room to check it out, just in case. What I saw there was... two more suits. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. The strange sound wasn't bees. It was the sponsor who was supposed to be dead. And there was two of them. Is it us from a different timeline? I feel like it's us from a different timeline. That would be Hugo and myself. How are they still alive? If I don't stop them, the killing game will start all over again. But I can't fight them alone. I'll go find Yugumi first. I quickly whirled around, running for the exit. However, I was suddenly tackled to the floor.
Hey! Let me go!
I can't let them kill me. If I let them run loose in the school, more my friends will end up dead. I need to get away and tell everybody right now. Ooh, they shot us with the drug. I felt shot pain. And did I get injected with something? They didn't kill us. I'm pretty sure it's us from a different timeline because we wore those suits as well in a different timeline. And we used a teleporter thing to get to other timelines. So I think this might be us. The sponsor definitely wasn't, apparently, but maybe this is us. They didn't kill us. They literally... I can't pass out. Everyone will die. We have to do... I heard someone mutter those words near my ear. Oh, did they mention the invader? We have nothing to do. Oh, okay, that makes sense. We have nothing to do with the invader hunt. Okay, I'm sure it's us from a different timeline now. Or at least I thought I did. They would have just killed us if they weren't us. That would mean that was Hyuko, who's already dead in this timeline. She would be one of those suits, and myself would be the other one, if I'm guessing correctly. My head back hurts for some reason. My head feels really hard. Did I fall out of bed at some point and spend the rest of my night on the floor? This isn't my room. I opened my eyes and looked around. What am I doing here? Why was I waking up in a creepy place like this? I had no reason. Wait, now I remember. Yugumi asked me to help look for beers. My memory is coming back. We were in sponsors, minions, still looking. But I couldn't remember anything from after I came into this room. It was all blank. Was somebody else in here? Did they attack me? If anyone or anything had a reason to attack me, it would be the bees. I was one of the people responsible for the master's death after all. Maybe they wanted revenge, but if that what happened, Yugumi Tsubasa. The beast could be after them as well. I just out of the room in a panic. I checked the rooms and finally, okay. Tsubasa, Yugumi, you okay? I've been looking all while. I opened the door to the cafeteria and eating and talking like nothing was wrong. What's up, Takumi? You're sweaty. You look more excited than a beep in heat. They were both fine. I've been worried over nothing. Thank goodness. Jeez, don't scare me like that. I think we should be the ones saying that to you. Anyway, now that you're here, we might as well join in the strategy meeting. Yumi and I were just talking about how to organize our search for the QB liquid?
Huh?
The what? What are you talking about? The QB liquid, come on, you haven't forgotten already. Forgotten? I've never even heard of this stuff before. For real, but I explained it to you this morning. I don't remember that. This morning, but we were fighting the sponsor this morning. That was yesterday. Yesterday, something wasn't right here. We've got in spare suit yesterday, and then... Okay, so we lost time. Hey, Takumi, what do you think about this? Hey, it's day 31 of... It's day 32, Takumi. Oh, it is 32. We see in the corner over there. No, that couldn't be right. It was day 32. That would mean I spent an entire day lying unconscious in a weird way. Maybe you've got a concussion. You did hit your head pretty hard. I did when that did that. You forgot that too yesterday. That was 31. You tripped and hit your head. I don't remember that at all. Was it while I was looking for the bees? So what happened with the bees? Did you find any nests or hives in them? Nope, not a single one. I guess I was just being paranoid. Takumi, do you really not remember? Sorry, I don't remember a thing. You were acting pretty strange back then. Maybe the damage is worse than I thought. You should take it easy today. It might come back to you if you rest up a little. Sure. Well, the whole thing didn't make sense. Okay.
You never know when the... Well then. Yeah, good.
We've heard that more than 200 times. Probably more than 300 times, if I'm being honest. I've lost track at how many times we've completed the 100 days. Overcoming the ordeal, and after that, beating. No, being negative about it won't help me now. I gave myself cheeks of light to slap and took a deep breath of myself. If I let a little something like this get me down, we'll never make it to day 100. You know what's the great thing about today is, if I take a little break every once in a while, reading this game won't be a problem anymore. I don't think. I feel pretty good. I have to stay strong. I need to prepare to put everything on the line for my friends, just like Hiroko did. Now, the Honkai games might be a little bit too hard still. The Honkai games go into so much detail. They're more than this, as far as reading.
Troops, get ready for your 33rd day. Prepare to spend another day enduring the unendurable and suffering the insufferable. Be ready to give your lives to protect our beloved school from the vile and barbaric enemy.
Ryan, if you're still one of the people here, do you know what day Danganronpa Remake comes out? I don't think they have a date up, but I'm not sure. Yesterday was day 32, today is day 33. No missing spots in my memory. Maybe it was only a temporary thing after all. What a relief. I was afraid we were going to have a new string of weird incidents on our hands. Hopefully now I have a nice quiet day. But no sooner had that thought crossed my mind when...
Intruder alert.
We might be able to skip this fight because...
All available troops prepare for
I think we'll be able to skip this. Because we, all these invader attacks we've done in the first 100 days, and they so far allowed us to skip every single one of them. So we'll see if that happens. Although the Sailor Moon transformation is always fun. Hey Takumi, Sir Takumi. And they both averted their eyes. I've been waiting to apologize all this time, but I didn't know where to start. Isolating someone from the group only to have that person save them. It's no wonder they felt awkward, but it's not for long. Apologize for what? I don't remember you doing anything you need to apologize for. I decided to let the whole thing go. The past was the past, and no sense lingering on grudges. I just wanted to focus on the present and forge a better future together. You sure you didn't want any payback? I treated you all like crap. I treated you like crap and didn't deserve any of it. You're just not gonna forget all about that, are you? I already have. It's in the past. All I remember is Takumi Yuki is the kind of guy who would do whatever it takes to protect his friends. That's all I need to know. I meant it to you, and it hadn't been much fun for me, but Takumo had only been trying to keep the others safe in his own way. You're a real stand-up guy, Takumi. Faith in your heart is larger than the ocean itself. You could be king of the pirates someday, Sir Takumi. Wait, you could be king of the pirates? Oh, that's funny. Okay. You could be king of the pirates someday. Let me remember what it... Okay, 3 hours, 21 minutes. Takumi, I know everyone doing it, but I want to apologize too. I'm sorry for treating you so coldly back then when the invader hunt began. Yep, you did. But you're still best scorer, so. I felt terrible about it ever since. Guys, seriously, it's okay, forget about it. I agree, I had quite enough of the sushi sweet sentiment for one day. We're all friends again, can't we just leave it at that?
Special Defense Unit! Best friends in the world!
You two are pretty mean to Takumi, you know, too. That's just how they are. Not even an Ironclaw can get them to apologize if they don't want to. I really don't care about... Okay, we'll team again. We're friends after all. Sorry to bring the mood down, but shouldn't we do something about the invaders? They should. They've advanced a pretty long way already. Oh no, I totally forgot. Come on, everyone. Let's get out there. We hurry out to the battle and begin the first defensive battle we fought in a while. Okay, Sailor Moon transformation. I noticed Drumi isn't with us. She's probably still unconscious. Like I said, we might be able to skip these, but we'll see. Yep. It's because we've done the battles in the past. They don't make us redo them, which is nice. It's a good option.
But I feel like I've gotten a lot stronger.
Yeah, Sailor Blood Moon.
It must be from all the fighting we did.
I agree with that.
It feels like they're moving in slow motion now.
I'm better than ever, too. Oh, the way I am now, I feel like I could pull off some high-flying lucha moves.
That sponsor just made us stronger. What a dumbass!
Don't get carried away, guys. We've got an even stronger enemy approaching. Odds are it's a commander.
Which we've already skipped. So, the reason why we're able to skip, if we've fought all these battles during the first 100 days, and any battle that we fought before, they allow us to reskip. Which is nice.
It's him! That's the commander that killed Hiruko.
That makes this our big chance to avenge her. Can't wait to get into it.
This guy's going down. I won't stand by and let him escape this time.
All I could do before was to force him to retreat, but we're not going to lose this time. We'll all work together, no one can
do this, everyone. For Hiruko!
I win. Look, I have an S rank. Total turns 0. Or 2 turns. They gave us all the points too. It's a nice option.
Beat the commander.
Now we just gotta finish him off.
I do like this option, and not because I don't like the gameplay, but having the same fight done over and over again through the multiple timelines would be a pain. It's nice that they gave us a skip for it. Now, they don't let you skip any fight that you haven't done. So if there's new fights in the timeline, then they force you to fight them, which I'm totally fine with. But doing the same fight over and over again to maintain the story, I'm glad they have the skip in here. All right.
This is a revenge killing, right? Why don't we take our time and really make it hurt?
This is for...
I say we present his body as an offering at Hiruko's grave. I think she'd like that.
No way! She doesn't want that kind of baggage hanging over her when she's in heaven.
Are you crazy or just stupid? None of your kind will ever enter heaven.
It seems the varlet still has life enough to talk back to us.
Damn filthy invaders! Treating me like this! I hope you all rot in hell for eternity! Get back! Don't you dare touch me! Lay a finger on me, and I'll rip your throats out with my bare...
Real sore loser, aren't you? But you didn't hold back against Hiruko. How's it feel to be on the other side of that?
Repent for our friend's death with your life, vile fiend.
Go ahead, Takumi. Finish him.
Huh? You want me to do it?
This will wipe out the final insult to Hiruko's memory. You're clearly the best man for the job.
Yeah, I think that's what she would want to.
Tear him apart, Mr. Sumino.
Okay.
Somehow I felt like they wouldn't say no, so I took it.
Damn it. Damn it. I told you to stay away from me!
When I killed him and avenged Hiroko, the invader hunt would finally be well and truly over. My next strike would put an end to this dark, desolate chapter in our lives.
We'll end it all.
But then I was about to bring down my sword. It's the bees, the sound that couldn't be real, not now, and then it finally happened. A huge bee swarm gathering in the air. A moment later, they attacked, draining every last ounce of his blood with the... Well, so much for the power-up. For a moment, I was so shocked I couldn't speak. How could this be happening?
Why are the bees here again?
Naturally, it's because I am alive and well.
Turn around.
Not quite as satisfying as Kurara O Suzuki's, but this commander's cryptoglobin is sweet nectar all the same. Thanks to that, my wounds have healed. I've made a complete recovery.
But how can you still be alive? I watched you die.
You did indeed. My body was burned to ashes until not a single piece of me remained. But you overlooked something, Takumi Sumino. That was only one of my bodies.
Interesting.
Much like with the suit, I happen to have some spares set aside.
Now remember, the people that we encountered that drugged us and made us forget, they're not a part of this. I believe that was me and Hiroko from the other timeline. They said they had nothing to do with the hunt. So these people are completely different people. And remember in the other timeline, me and Hiroko found these suits? So these suits, we didn't make them or something. We found them, and we found lots of them. So these are like outside people. This is a third party at this point. This is crazy, though. Figured the strange suits were everywhere. There were at least 10 sponsors standing on the battlefield now. Come on, bring out the swords and knives and, like, other physical weapons. We can win. Of course, we only have one suit on our side, which is Yugumi's suit. So, if that's the case, then we probably couldn't beat all of them. Is this a dream? No, more like a nightmare.
Sumino, your plan to eliminate me, that is, was truly ingenious. In recognition for your courage and cunning, I'll overlook your breach of the rules. Anything for an accomplished hunter like yourself.
No, this can't happening? It took so much work just to beat one of them, and now there's this many.
It's an illusion. They must be shadow clones or after images.
Shadow clones just like Naruto, everybody.
You're welcome to test that theory, but don't blame me if you meet the same fate as Konada Osuzuki.
None of this made a move. Instinctively, we knew we had no choice. If we tried to attack any of the sponsors, we would be killed on the spot.
So why did you pretend to be dead? Were you just playing with us?
I knew giving you a taste of hope would make your despair that much more intense.
That's crazy.
Do you see now how futile it is to defy me?
But why are you only showing yourself again now? We worked so hard to defeat that commander. Stealing the fruits of our labor is adding insult to injury.
You misunderstand. I only absorbed his cryptoglobin temporarily to ensure it's distributed fairly. Such a mighty prize should be reserved for only the most excellent of my hunters.
Oh, he's only going to distribute it for the top hunters. Interesting. Give me a second, guys. I will be right back. And no computer stuff this time. Back in like 30 seconds. Alright, back like I said. Alright. At least we're getting into some more voice parts now. Game, please. Okay.
This commander's cryptoglobin among the top 3 players.
So Drumi, myself, and you, the assassin.
In first, Darumi Amamiya. Second, Takumi Sumino. And third, Yugamu Omikage. These 3 alone will receive the reward. Accept it now!
You dropped my prize, a wheeled via wet liquid at my feet.
It seems Darumi Amamiya is not here. Is she still unconscious? No matter. I will inject this into her myself. I'm sure she'll find it most invigorating. She is a talented hunter too, after all. This game wouldn't be nearly so interesting without her.
The killing game is still going on. I thought we ended.
So sorry to quash your short-lived joy, but the invader hunt will continue.
Dang.
There are still 2 days until the end of the first round. I encourage you lower-ranked hunters to make a special effort during that time. Of course, the rest of you can't afford to get complacent either. That's just how this game works.
That's crazy. After the battle, we needed. So basically, the hunt is back on like nothing ever happened. Do you think the sponsor will come back? A villain like that has no way in raising from the dead. There's just 2 more days of the first round left. And when it ends, the person in last place will be executed. The killing game wasn't over. The sponsors had multiple bodies, making them effectively immortal. And now that we knew that, any hope we always had been replaced with despair. Following the person's order, whisking man. Dearest sister, dearest, don't worry, your dear brother will protect you. Even if I have to sacrifice everything to do it. The whole thing is bullcrap. I can't believe the sponsor played us like that. All that despair and frustration. It's Junko Enoshima, guys. You see the words despair there? I'm just kidding. And the target to Takumi said along was, "You took me. The heck is going on here? You told us the sponsor was dead." Sorry, I'm just as surprised as you guys. I don't think any of us expected a sponsor to have multiple bodies. You're saying you didn't know. Don't lie to me. You and that beep were working together the whole time, weren't you? What's that crazy? Of course we haven't.
Hey!
Then why are we the only ones who got prizes from your team? Why are the only ones who got prizes from your team? You sure that wasn't some kind of payment for going along with the Sponsors Act? No, why would we even think that? I'll never betray you guys. You still took that little handout without any kind of protest, almost like you already knew it was coming. And you'll probably end up first in the rankings for this round. You told us the game was over, so none of us would have earning points over the last couple days. Your position is just as strong as before while we've lost any chance to catch up to you. You got to survive to the next round while your partner, the sponsor, gets to mess with us. It's a win for both of you. I can't believe we lost us like this. Sir Takumi, are you this time you colluded with our enemy? You betrayed us all. I'll have your head for this. Don't do it, Kruska. Put your sword away. Back off, guys. Takumi's innocent. How many times are you going to make the same mistake? I've tried to trust Takumi. He's legit saved my life, you know. But I gotta look at the bigger picture here. Every time I put my trust in him, something bad happens. First Gaku died, then Kura, and the invader hunt started. Then right when it looked like we were out of the woods, suddenly the game's back on and we're in last place. All that can't just be a coincidence. What am I supposed to think? Takumi glared at me. I was the absolute scum on the...
You really are a jinx. No, you're worse than that.
Jeez.
You're like the Grim Reaper. Nothing good ever comes from being around you. So do us all a favor.
They really hate me in this timeline. They really hate me in this timeline. When I heard the anger in his voice, I knew that my dream was over. Making it to day 100 with everyone working together as a team, that would never happen now. That's all I got to say. From here on, we're enemies. Don't come talking to me like we're still friends. I'm Ima Gecko. Let's go. We gotta earn some points and get ahead of those guys while we still can. Tukun stormed out with the twin. Now it's come to this, I must retreat to the mountains. I'll undergo intense training and unlock the power I need to strike down every one of those accursed sponsors. Kruska, no. You can't go out there alone. At least let us come with you. Nozomi's team hurried away as well, just leaving just me. And my only two friends in the world. Jeez, what's with those guys? All this over some dumb prize Takumi didn't even ask for? They can't help it. This game's made them paranoid. Everything seems suspicious to them now. Even a little vial of Cryptogalin. Takumi was right. All they wanted was to get rid of the Grim Reaper in their midst. The vial... Okay. Speak of the vials, remember what the sponsor said back there? Something about injecting Drumi.
It seems Darumi Amamiya is not here. Is she still unconscious? No matter. I will inject this into her myself. I'm sure she'll find it most invigorating.
Right, that means the sponsor probably went to Darumi's room. She could be in danger. Come on. We ran for the stairs and headed to the roof. We couldn't let the sponsor do anything to Drumi, who could have given her life to save her. She was her legacy. Drumi. We wrenched open the door and... Drumi was awake. She was sitting on the edge of a bed, staring vaguely up at us. Drumi, you okay? What's up, Tsubasa? Were you and Takumi and Yugumi all out of breath? You finally decided to kill me, right? You're breathing heavily because of the anticipation. You're gonna pass me around and have some fun with me first, or are you gonna save that until after I'm dead? Can't have a killing game without some gory and or sexy R-rated scenes, am I right? Go ahead, mess me up. Should we film it for posterity? Make sure you get my good side when eyes roll up into the back of my head. Will you stop talking crazy for a minute? Thank goodness, she's just the same as ever, morbid, inappropriate sense of humor included. Are you alright, Jeremy? You are not sick in pain or anything? Nope, I'm 110% okay. In fact, I think I am actually getting some sleep for once has made my skin healthier than normal. Oh man, at this rate, the bags under my eyes might just disappear. I love those little black smudges like they were my own children. I don't think I could bear losing them. Wait, what? Well, anyway, I'm glad she's okay. There's just one problem. How exactly are you supposed to treat Jeremy from now on? Obviously, I want to honor Hirko's last wish and do whatever I can to make sure she survives. But she's also technically the person that killed Hirko. There's not getting away. Then again, Jeremy even knew what she did, or she has repressed the whole episode. Hey Jeremy, how much do you remember what happened before you blacked out? Pretty much all of it. You, me, and your good mistress Hirko all went out on a picnic, and then we got attacked by a commander. Hirko got mortally wounded protecting me, and then I stabbed her in the back and killed her. That just covers about everything, right? So she remembers. I have to think she'd been happier if she forgot, though. It's bad enough that she had to lose Hirko, but to have to kill herself, what can I even say, someone who's been through something like that? Should I try to comfort her, reassure her that she did the right thing? I'm out of my depth. I got no idea what to do here. Okay, Tsukumi, it's your turn. Tell me what's happening while I was up. Is the killing game still going on? Yeah, it is. It hasn't been a consistent thing, though. We managed to end it once, but they just started it up again. Explained everything to Drew. I told her about how we formed the anti and about how... Okay. Of course, So in the end, nothing we did even mattered. Are you okay? She started acting really weird, stuttering. Okay. Come on, Drumi. What? That's what you get. Finally, Drumi screamed so when her voice finally and blah blah blah. Did you seriously just say that's what you get? Well, duh. This is your punishment for being dumb enough to even try to end the hunt ahead of time. Killing games are in the immutable law of nature. You can't just end them. How could you be so stupid? Moron. What's with the attitude? I know you only just recovered, but there's a limit to what I'll put up with from you. Hirko wanted to end the invader hunt so no one else would have to die. She gave her life to do that. And you're just going to trample over her feelings? Mr. Hirko, stop the killing game. You're crazy. She was the goddess of the game. Mistress Hirko revealed in Slaughter and Bloodshed she was the perfect embodiment of everything the invader hunt stood for. And now she's in my tummy. That makes me like the Holy Mother of... Oh god. Drumming tenderly placed both hands over.
Watch over me, Mistress Hiroko. I'll kill lots of invaders and offer up their blood in your name. I'll knock everyone else out of the rankings and reign supreme as the Queen of Kill. Let's all have fun killing each other, guys.
Jimmy's about Troy, okay, monster. Was everything we did really pointless? Our alliance against the sponsor, getting the suit, Hirko Sakura. What was the point of any of it? Okay, so this is a perfect time. We are going to end it here tonight. We are probably going to play tomorrow, along with maybe some other games. It just depends on how much time I have. So I'm putting a maybe next to everything. So, but other than this, I do plan to play this tomorrow night. I do want to finish. But just so you guys remember, in my live section, I can I have every game I've ever played. Also, I made playlists on them as well. But you guys can see every single game I've ever played if you wanted to catch up and stuff like that. Thank you so much for everyone that's joined me tonight. I appreciate it. Thank you for all the watch time. I appreciate that too. So thank you so much for watching, and every thing you guys are going to watch in the future. Greatly appreciate it. Look more. Okay, I already read that. So thank you guys, and you guys have a terrific night.